Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Rebels Radio. This 2018, it's a new year here for the Rebels Radio, and we're going to bring you all of the action here from the Meadow, home of Chesham United, for this first game of the new year. We all hope you've had a fantastic evening. We hope you have a really good and healthy and prosperous new year from everyone here at Rebels Radio. If you would like to get in contact with us here at Rebels Radio, you can do so on two ways. You can do it on Twitter, it's at MyFC Rebels Radio, or you can do it if you're listening on the YouTube. You should see a bit that says comments, and the comments will come through to us here, and we will give you a shout out. I'll run through the two teams with you and also keep you up to date with all of the information regarding the other games on in the Southern Premier League this afternoon. So this is Rebels Radio. It's brought to you by our two sponsors. They are the Slough Town Supporters Trust and My Football Club, the online football community. You can catch both of those at their respective websites. The MyFC one is under the Pachero banner, so if you look into Pachero and then MyFC and then Slough Town Supporters Trust is just .co.uk at the end of that, and you can come through and you can see how the good work that both of those organisations are doing. It's a little bit chilly here at the Meadow here in Chesham for this local derby, and it's the crowd is filling up really well. If you've never been to Chesham before, then we have a couple of little things for you. The pitch has a heck of a slope on it. From the far top corner, it must slope down a good 8 to 10 feet to the bottom left hand corner to what we'll call Bill's Diner's end, because that's where Bill's Diner's little burger van is, and the other end is an open field behind it. So there you go. There is cover on all four sides. We're currently in the main stand as it is, and we will apologise. We are right next to the players' tunnel, so if any time we do pick up any inappropriate language, please accept our apologies. Unfortunately, it's just where we are based, unfortunately, so hopefully that won't happen, but if it does, then our apologies there for you. Just a couple of bits for you in case you haven't missed it over the new year when you've been enjoying your Christmases and New Year. Slough have got a new signing. They've signed Ben Harris from Ascot United. He previously played in New Zealand for a couple of years, and before that was with Hampton and Richmond Borough, so he is on the bench this afternoon. He's a new signing, and there's also a fixture change to make you aware of. There was supposed to be Royston Town away was on the 9th of January, which would have been a week tomorrow. That game has been postponed because they have a county cup match. So there is a new date for that. That is the 27th of February. But I do believe the club are trying to maybe look at filling that 9th of January game with something else. So please just keep your eye out on the Slough Town website for all of the details about those games and the fixture changes. I believe all the games now have been rearranged. There's nothing that's not been rearranged. All the games have been fitted in. So good afternoon to Marchacho, who's listening. Thank you very much. Have a happy new year to you. And also Will Reese is on the YouTube comments bit there, and you can see it. You should be able to read each other's comments as well. But good afternoon to you both, and like I say, if you do want to get in contact, you can do it there or on Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio. It's all one word and all in lower case writing. I'll give you the two sides that are coming out in a second, but the other games on today in the Southern Premier League on this 1st of January, we have Bishop Stortford at home to Royston, Dorchester versus Tiverton, Dunstable versus Biggleswade, Farnborough versus Basingstoke, Frome versus Merthyr, Gosport Borough versus Weymouth, Hereford versus Redditch, Kettering versus Kings Lynn. The St Ives St Neots game has been postponed, and the last one is Stratford versus Banbury. Upcoming games then for you for the Rebels. They'll be at home on the 6th of January. That's this Saturday coming against Hereford. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff, and please remember it is a ticket all game. So if you've got a season ticket, you're welcome to come along. You've got to pay for it. If you haven't got a season ticket, you will need to purchase a ticket before the game. There will be no tickets on sale at the gate, so you'll have to buy those first, and you can buy them online at the Slough Town FC website. So I've run through the two sides with you, starting with the home side today. Chesham United playing Claret and Sky Blue. In goal for them is Hafid Al-Drubi. 2 is Manesh Sundar. 3 is ex-Rebel Jai Dillon. 4 Matt Bevans. 5 is Kieran Murphy, who's the captain. 6 is Darren Locke. 7 is Ravi Shamsi, 8 is Adam Watkins, 9 is Jefferson Louis, 10 is Joe Yachofano, and 11 is Danny Green. Substitutes for Chesham United this afternoon are 12 Scott McLeish, 14 is Shane Bush, 15 Lewis Toomey, 16 is Oren Swales, and 17 is Gerard Smaldone. For the Rebels, in goal is Jack Turner, 2 is Nathan Smart, 3 is George Wells, 4 is Alan Innes, 5 is the captain Mark Nisbet, 6 is Lee Togwell, 7 Manny Williams, 8 Simon Dunn, 9 Brad Watkins, 10 Chris Flood, and 11 is Sean Fraser. The Rebels have on the bench this afternoon 12 Josh Jackman, 14 Guy Hollis, 15 Nathan Webb, 16 Warren Harris, and the new signing wears 18 Ben Harris. That's your two sides for you this afternoon. The players are just about to come near us, so please again be aware if there is any language picked up, we apologise for it. Your referee today is Mr. Gavin Muse. His two assistants are Mr. John Perry and Mr. Mudia Mayangi. And today's match sponsor is in memory of David Stanley, and the match ball sponsor is First Rate Exchange Services. So those are your two sides for you. I will run through those two sides for you again just as the players start to come down the tunnel, but again please just be aware we are right next to the players tunnel, so if we do pick up any bad language then our apologies for that. So we're just going to wait here as the two sets of teams do come out right next to us here, and we'll just wait for that. We've got a good view here at Chesham United. Nice high seats in front of us and the two dugouts. We're literally on the halfway line here. We'll be able to give you all of those details as well as the two sides coming out. Right next to the Chesham United players here who are on the left hand side. So we'll see those all just looking ready for this local derby. For those of you that don't know the history between these two sides, they have played a lot of games, and in recent times Chesham United have been the side with the better. There have been 160 previous meetings between Slough and this form of Chesham. There was a Chesham Generals. Slough won 68. There's been 22 draws and 64. No, that's not right, is it? It's 28 draws, 26 draws, I can't remember, I'm making it all up. 28 draws. Slough scored 33 goals and against have been 310. The biggest win in this game between the two sides for Slough was on the 1st of December 1945. Slough won 13-1, and Slough's biggest loss was 11-1 here on the 5th of February in 1910. Slough have not beaten Chesham United in the league since the 1st of April 2000, and I think it was 1994 was the last time that they've actually won here in the league in any form at the Meadow. So there you go, the two sides are just literally by us here. They are just waiting for the last of the referees to come out. We'll run through those two sides for you again, starting with the home side. In goal is Hafid Al-Drubi, 2 is Manish Sundar, 3 Jai Dillon, 4 is Matt Bevans, 5 is the captain Kieran Murphy, 6 is Darren Locke, 7 Ravi Shamsi, 8 is Adam Watkins, 9 is Jefferson Louis, 10 is Joe Iachilofano, and 11 is Danny Green. For the Rebels, their starting lineup is Jack Turner in goal, 2 is Nathan Smart, 3 George Wells, 4 is Alan Innes, 5 is the captain Mark Nisbet, 6 is Lee Togwell, 7 Manny Williams, 8 Simon Dunn, 9 is Brad Watkins, 10 Chris Flood, and 11 is Warren Harris. Those are your two 11s for today. They are just on the pitch here, just going to do the handshakes here. So we're going to be kicking off a little bit later than dead on 3 o'clock, but we will give you all of those actions. Good afternoon to Tequila Shark, who tells me that it was in 1994 Garfield Blackman was the last player to score a winning goal for Slough here at Chesham United. So are they going to have a bit of luck here today? Slough are in their all blue away kit, and Chesham have a claret kit that has blue shoulders, blue stripe underneath the arm, and a blue trim on their socks. So there you go, that's the two sides as they are, and the sun is just starting to come out here at the Meadow here for Chesham United. It's been a rainy old few days. The pitch doesn't look that bad, and it's going to be the pitch does look a little bit soft in places, but it has passed been fit to play, and Slough will be looking to kickstart here. They're looking to play towards the sun's just started to come behind us on the right hand side, and I think that the team that will play from left to right in this first half will have the trouble. The sun will be in the goalkeeper's eyes. So we are just waiting for the referee, Mr. Meadow, to call over the two captains, the two number 5s, Kieran Murphy and Mark Nisbet, come called to the centre, and it's just waiting for a few more people just to come past here this afternoon. It's a little bit chilly here at the Meadow, and just a few people still waiting to get into position. Slough brought a good travelling number here today. Let's hope that they can make some noise. So just waiting for the two sets of captains and referee just to do the toss now. I think they must have just done that. Just going to take some photos here, and we will be ready to kick start this 2018 season. It looks as though Slough will be playing from right to left, so they will be playing into not the sun, but they'll be playing against the sun, so they'll be playing away, and it's going to be Chesham United that have the kick-off here, and the sun just causing some long shadows over the pitch. We'll just wait for the referee to kick-start this afternoon's game, and it's just we're just going to wait for the referee. He's just taking his time getting things ready this afternoon. There's Mr. Mute, and he's going to start it sometime today. He does indeed. It's Chesham United who kick off this first game of 2018. Ball played out here to Jai Dillon, the left back here, up towards Louis. Louis had started the season at Banbury United. Plays the ball into Yachafano. It's kept out here by him. He's forced backwards by Simon Dunn. Ball comes out towards Dillon, and the ball goes out onto the far hand side towards Green. Green looking to try and take a quick throw, but he'll just wait and let Dillon take the throw for Chesham United. Halfway inside the Slough half. Gets the ball back from Watkins, and the ball played forward to Louis. Louis just plays the ball inside, played away by Nisbet. Only as far as Watkins. He has time to turn and find Dillon on the far hand side. Dillon plays the ball in, trying to find Jefferson Louis. Tries to stretch to the ball. It's won back here by Nisbet, and then played here to George Wells, who just does well to keep hold of the ball following a challenge from Ramsey there. Ball played in, and it just doesn't pull for Flood on the far hand side, but it comes off Dillon last, and it'll be a throw to the Rebels. And Slough fans just starting to make some noise. It's a throw to Slough about 10 yards inside the Chesham United half, and it will be Nathan Smart playing right back this afternoon, who's going to take it. The referee just telling him to come back a few yards before he can take that. And it's Smart with the throw, looking down the field here for Williams. Williams does well to turn in the far corner, gets a cross in deep into the box. Drewby goes for it, he drops the ball, and it's hooked clear in the end by Sundo, only as far as Nathan Smart. Smart plays the ball back in first time. Flood tries to get there, headed away well though by Locke, only as far as Togwell. Togwell's ball in, it was Watkins was offside, but the ball comes through to Al Drewby, and his first touch wasn't the best. He didn't look too good in the warm-up. He did drop a couple. Ball thrown out here towards Dillon. He's lost the ball. It's won by Togwell. Togwell's ball trying to find Flood, but it's headed away by the captain Murphy, and finds Dillon. Dillon's ball headed away well by Inns for Slough, but it goes straight out of play and out for a throw to Chesham United, again 10 yards inside their own half. And we will try and keep you up to date with some of the scores in the other games in the Southern Premier League this afternoon. It is Dillon with this throw, a couple of yards inside, plays it in towards Louis. Louis flicks the ball on, headed away well though by Inns, but again out of play and out for a throw. Chesham just got to the halfway line here now with this throw, and again Dillon just gains a few yards with the throw, plays it long, looking for Louis. In front of him was Smart, holds the ball up though, does Louis, trying to turn on that far hand side, gets a chance to flick the ball in towards Yachafano, and Inns has to clear again and out for a throw to Banbury there, because Jefferson Louis plays. Chesham United level with the 18-yard box again. Dillon goes across to take this for Chesham United. Quick throw here, trying to find Watkins, crosses the ball into the box, and underneath it is Shamsi, just been forced wide by George Wells. Just plays the ball in, poor ball in, it's hit clear by Inns, but no one forwards for Slough, and that will go all the way back through to Al Drewby. The goalkeeper just gets the ball with his feet just a couple of yards outside his penalty area, just knocks it forwards 5, and Watkins tries to chase it down, but it's played forwards again, looking for Louis, flicks the ball on well, but and then Inns sees that back towards Jack Turner, who's in green top this afternoon with white sleeves. And he just gathers that ball on the edge of his penalty area and will just look to play this ball down the field, down the slope. Underneath it is, we thought it was Murphy, but it's come off the head of Sunday. Comes here towards Brad Watkins, gains a yard, plays the ball in, but it's come off Sunday. We come back in defence, and it's the first corner of the game here for the Rebels. And James Dobson injured this afternoon, so it's going to be Simon Dunn that will take this corner for Slough. And it looks like it'll be an in-swinging corner for the Rebels. They've got ins and is bit forwards for this corner. And Dunn to look to take it. It's an out-swinging corner. Played it to the far post. Now Dribby comes, punches clear. Only as far as Togwell drives it in. And it takes a touch. It's another corner here to Slough. And that's the second time that the Chesham goalkeeper has dropped the ball as it's been played in. Like I say, that sun is going to cause a little bit of trouble for him this afternoon. It is running his eyes. He hasn't got a cap on. And again, it's Simon Dunn to take this one. Out-swinging corner. It'll be for the Rebels, and this time a little bit of different movement. Plays it in, again swirling around, but again Al-Drubi punches the ball clear. Comes to the touch for Shamsi, but well won by Togbo. Finds Simon Dunn. Simon still on this left hand side, crosses first time. It's over the head of everyone, and will actually go out for a throw on the far hand side to Chesham United. And it'll be Dylan to take the throw for Chesham, right by the corner flag on that far hand side down the slope. And I'm trying to see how much we played. My battery's gone on. Coming up to 5 minutes of this first half gone. The referee's waiting for Dylan to take this throw on that far hand side. Dylan gains a couple of yards, plays it in, but it goes out of play, and it'll be a throw to Slough. And I don't understand what the referee's given here. I think that he's saying that the ball didn't actually go in play. It means that Dylan can gain a few extra yards. Headed away though well by Togwell. Watkins trying to win the ball. He does win the header, but it's hooked clear by Dylan, only as far as Smart. Smart touches heavy and almost allows Yachifano in, but covering for him is Simon Dunn. Dunn's ball is closed down by Watkins. Smart will leave that to go out of play for a throw to Slough. And it's just a couple of yards inside the Chesham half. Quick throw in here towards Manny Williams. Holds the ball up here, back in towards Nathan Smart. Finds Togwell. Back towards Smart. Adam Watkins closes the ball down, but it comes off him last, and there's a throw to Slough in the same position. Good afternoon to Darren Yates, who's listening, and Fitzroy Brown. Good afternoon. Happy New Year to you both. And this time it's a long throw. Looking for Watkins. Watkins is adjudged to have fouled, and that'll be a free kick to Chesham United. And ran about 20 yards away from their goal. And thought there was an injury there to a Chesham player, but he's just doing his boots up. So Al-Drubi, who's dressed all in fluorescent yellow. Hopefully that wasn't a goalkeeper a Christmas present, because that's not the kind of Christmas present you'd want to open up, with a fluorescent yellow goalkeeping kit. And it's a poor kick. He's kicked it almost along the ground, straight out of play. That's the third mistake he's made so far in these opening minutes of the game, and now have a throw on the halfway line. And again, they're going to let Nathan Smart take this. Again, looking for Watkins. Watkins ducks underneath it. Kieran Murphy clears for Chesham. Finds Watkins. Watkins tries to turn and play the ball down, but Inns wins it for Slough. Then plays the ball forwards, looking for Flood against Al-Drubi, but this time Al-Drubi takes it. Just a little dip inside the Chesham goal. It's like almost at the corner of the 6-yard box. There's like a dip in the pitch there, and Al-Drubi just caught that one down there. He's still got the ball in his hands, waiting to play this ball out long. This time he gets a better kick on it, but only finds Nathan Smart 10 yards inside his own half. Smart closed down by Watkins, comes off Watkins last, and it is a Slough throw. And he takes it quickly, trying to find Williams. Williams takes that down on his head, flays it out here towards Watkins. Watkins turns inside, plays the ball in towards Williams. Williams tries to turn, and Watkins steals it off him, but the ball's here with Murphy. Murphy's ball forward is closed down by Simon Dunn, who was first to the ball there. And we'll see if we can find you some scores in a second around the grounds in the Southern Premier League. Again, it'll be Dylan that will take this throw on the far hand side. It's played in, and it comes here towards Inns, who just chips the ball forwards, and headed away by Murphy. Comes into centre where Dunn does well to win the header. Ball cleared though, and it's found Yachifano, who holds the ball up well and plays it in towards Watkins. Watkins plays it in towards Jefferson Louis. Louis was offside there, but he's won the ball. Breaks into the edge of the box, still going. Tries to shoot first time, but that's an easy catch for Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And Louis almost offside there. He was just inside his own half when that ball was played forwards, but an easy save there for Slough's goalkeeper, Jack Turner. And it's going to be a long kick by Turner, trying to find Watkins, headed away though by Bevans, and go straight out of play for a throw to Slough, right this time on this near hand side where the dugouts are. And it'll be George Wells that will come across to take this throw for Slough, just waiting for a ball to come in. And a quick throw in finds Fraser just inside the centre circle with a bit of space. He intends to play it out there towards Nathan Smart. Ball just hitting a couple of bobbles. Smart chips the ball in, plays towards Flood. Flood tries to get there, punched away by Aldruby. Back out here towards Flood, takes it down first time, in towards Dunn. Dunn with a little touch towards Williams. Williams holds the ball up on the edge of the box, finds Fraser. Fraser takes a touch, hits it straight at Dylan, looking for a handball but doesn't get it. It comes back out here towards Smart. Smart's ball finds Simon Dunn. Dunn just around at 18-yard box, given to Fraser. Fraser's ball's not the best. It's come off Dylan for a throw to Slough. And Slough will just... Quick throw here by Nathan Smart, in towards Fraser, back towards Smart. Ball played in and closed down by Dylan, but only comes as far as Togwell. Togwell's allowed time to turn, chips the ball forwards, looking for the run of Williams. He's being followed by Green, and Green sticks a leg out. It's out for a throw to Slough, right by the corner flag on the far hand side. And Williams just indicating he can take it. I think he's just going to wait for Nathan Smart to come forward to take this throw. And we've... played just under 10 minutes here, still 0-0 here, and the ball comes in, it's played in towards Williams. Williams tries to hold the ball up. He's been robbed of the ball though by Green. Played forwards, headed on by Jefferson Louis. Touch comes through to Yachifano, but he's overruns it, but does well to win it back and plays it in towards Locke. Locke's ball trying to find Shamsi on this near hand side. Ball holds up in the pitch here, and he cuts inside past Simon Dunn. Still has the ball at his feet, in towards Watkins. Watkins can turn, holds the ball up well, spreads it on the far hand side here, looking for Dylan. Dylan forward, plays it in, looking for Jefferson Louis. Left foot holds the ball up by the penalty spot, gets a shot in, it's blocked, comes through to Shamsi, who shoots straight at Jack Turner though in the Slough goal. And again, Slough not dealing with the fact that the ball's coming in on that left hand side towards Jefferson Louis, coming in low. He's holding the ball up well, but another good save there by Jack Turner in the Slough goal. Nice, easy, comfortable save for the Rebels goalkeeper this afternoon. And hits this long ball down the field, looking for Watkins. Watkins tries to flick it on. It actually comes off the head of Locke and out for a throw to Slough, deep inside the Chesham half. It'll be George Wells that comes across to take this. And Wells, quick throw in towards Dunn, gets the ball back and tries to go past Shamsi. It's won back though by Togway. Just had it nicked off him by Watkins, and Shamsi can run at the defence. Just runs straight into Alan Inns, and he's blocks the ball and then finds Sean Fraser with the pass. Fraser out wide towards Chris Flood. Flood on that far hand side holds it up and plays it in towards Nathan Smart on the halfway line. Ball played in towards Togway. Togway's being closed down by Yachifano, but he plays the ball out here towards Wells. Wells here up against Shams. You've got Simon Dunn in front of him if he needs him. Crosses it on his right foot. Finds Watkins inside that he just couldn't control it, and he comes out on the far hand side here towards Flood. Flood with the ball in. Hits a shot from Sean Fraser, blocked inside the penalty area and hooked clear by Sundar up towards Jefferson Louis. Nisbet gets in there first for Slough, and his ball comes here towards Simon Dunn. Back in towards Wells. Wells with the ball down the line, finding Watkins. Watkins holds the ball up, gets a touch from Locke, and it's out for a throw to Slough, level with the 18-yard box, the Chesham half, and it's taken quickly by Wells in towards Togwell. Back towards Wells. Wells up against Shams. He does well to keep the ball and finds Togwell. Togwell chips the ball in. It comes here towards Flood. Flood's touch puts Fraser a little bit behind his position, just has to come and get back to the ball, and then plays it down here towards Nathan Smart on this right hand side. Smart forwards for Slough. Just plays it back here towards Fraser. Fraser inside towards Togwell. Togwell just got Wells on the side and finds Wells. Plays a lovely ball in towards Simon Dunn. Dunn being closed down here, but two Slough players run into each other. Ball comes back in towards Wells. Gets it back from Flood. Gets the ball still. Chase has it. Chips the ball in. Comes through to Williams, who tries to turn. Plays it out here through to Fraser. Shoots. And it's blocked by Dylan, who dives at and blocks it with a feet. But Fraser comes and wins the ball back for Slough on the far hand side and plays the ball inside here towards Togwell. Slough in the better of the possession here, but just not forcing the goalkeeper into save. Back here with Fraser to Togwell. In towards Simon Dunn. Dunn being forced wide. Chips the ball forward for Watkins. Chests it down. Gets absolutely claddered, and that's the first free kick for the Rebels this afternoon. And Watkins wins it 25 yards away from the Chesham United goal. Looks like Chris Flood may be the man that's going to take this free kick for Slough. And it's a 4-man wall for Chesham United. Goalkeeper just organised again, sun in his eyes. He's got his arm up, shielding that sun from his face. And it looks like it will be Chris Flood to take this one. It's got to be 28 yards away from goal because the referee's lined the ball up on the 18-yard box. So either he can't count or it's not 28 yards. And it's Chris Flood standing over this free kick for the Rebels. Gets the signal to take it. Takes it, curls it first time, and it's straight at Aldruby in the Chesham goal. That's an easy save for the Chesham United goalkeeper. And he's under no pressure at the moment to play the ball down the field. Still has it in his hand, just waiting for Chesham to get a little bit further. Then hits the ball down the field. Inns tries to win it, but it's headed away by Togwell, bouncing around. Green wins the header in the centre, then won by Dunn, and his ball trying to find Watkins, but Kieran Murphy plays it back towards his goalkeeper under pressure. Dill almost gets there. Watkins tries to get a foot to it, and manages to play the ball out. Headed on by Wells towards Flood. Flood takes it down on his chest well. In towards Dunn. Dunn's ball finds Williams. Williams' ball inside towards Dunn. Finds Watkins. Tries to play it out here towards Williams. Sunday gets there first, though. It's a good challenge by the right back, but good play from Slough. Quick throw here by Williams. Finds Wells. Wells has time to cut inside. Still running with the ball. Plays it in first time. It's hit Watkins. He can clear the ball up to Yashifana. Takes it on his arm, and that's a free kick to Slough. And they take the free kick quickly here with Togwell. Finding Nathan Smart, 10 yards inside the Chesham United half. Just being forced wide a little bit. Up against Dillon. Plays the ball down the line here for Fraser. Fraser up against Watkins. Holds the ball up. Plays it in. Trying to find Smart. But Dillon again with a touch through. And it's out for a throw to Slough on that far hand side. And it's Smart looking to take this throw on that far hand side. He's looking for a bit of movement. Comes from Manny Williams. Manny Williams trying to turn. Hits Danny Williams. But it still comes through to Manny Williams. It goes off green, and it's a corner on the far hand side for the Rebels. And we have played 15 minutes here at the Meadow here at Chesham. It's Chesham United 0, Slough Town 0. We will come and give some latest scores from around the other grounds in a second while we wait for this corner to come in. Simon Dunn being the player again to take this corner. This will be an in-swinging corner from that far hand side. And Slough again have sent forward, got Watkins, Nisbet and Inns in there. Played the ball in near post. It's front one. It's flying around. Comes out here towards Inns. Gets his body in the way. Still bouncing around. It comes off Sunday last, and it's another corner to Slough. And Inns just couldn't get there again. Aldruby comes to punch the ball. Doesn't get the best of touches through it. And unfortunately, Inns just couldn't get the ball to stop for him to get a shot on target. It's another corner here for Slough. And again, Simon Dunn to take it from that side. This time whips it in right towards the goal. The goalkeeper again punches it out from underneath his own crossbar. Hooked clear though by Watkins and trying to find Yashifano. Yashifano will get there first. On loan from Northampton Town. Holds the ball up well here. And he's got Shamsi on this far hand side. It's a good ball in. Fraser's come back for Slough to help defend. Shamsi picks the ball up on the edge of the box. Shamsi tries to go into the box. Still running with it. Gets a chance to shoot. It's a good save. Comes straight back out. Oh, and it's an easy miss. The great save by Jack Turner, but it came straight into the path of, I'm trying to see the number on his back, who it was. He just side-footed it wide of the goal. The goal was gaping for him there. And I think it was Watkins, the player, that misses that good chance there for Chesham United. With Turner fully stretched on the ground, just side-footed it wide of the goal. It's still 0-0 here, and Turner takes his kick for Slough, trying to find Flood. Headed away well by Dillon, but only as far as Nathan Smart for Slough. Just inside his own half, turns under pressure from Yachifane, finds Inns, into the ball down. One on the chest by Williams. Ball comes in towards Flood. Flood just a little bit deeper, loses the ball, but Togwell will win it back here for Slough and finds Nathan Smart. Smart's chipped ball in, looking for the run of Williams down that right-hand side, but hooked clear by Murphy, only as far as Fraser. Fraser takes the ball down well, in towards Dunn. Dunn immediately closed down by Watkins, but finds Sean Fraser here towards Togwell. Togwell will play in towards Wells, just inside the Chesham half, and his ball just bobbles as he plays it, and it goes straight out of play for a throw to Chesham United on that far hand side. And Dillon will be the player that goes to take this throw. And he's just taking his time with this throw here, trying to gain a couple. He's gained about 10 yards there. Quick throw in, one well way in, so only goes straight back out of play and out for a throw into Chesham United on the far hand side. I don't know if we can find you some scores from around some of the other games in the Southern Premier League. Ball bouncing around here, comes from Dylan towards Watkins. Under pressure, Dylan plays it forwards, headed away by Smart towards Simon Dunn. Dunn evades a challenge and gets a free kick for handball, there, accidental handball. And we'll try to see if we can find you some latest scores in the Southern Premier League for you. So free kick to Slough, and it's Nathan Smart to take it. Just a couple of feet inside the Slough half. Farnborough 0, Basingstoke 2 is so far the only game out of all of those that has any goals in it. That local derby going the way of Basingstoke. Ball played in. Inns tries to win the first header. Comes out here towards Togwell. Togwell's header looking for Simon Dunn. Bounces around towards Inns. Inns with a lovely touch. Finds Flood. But Flood's heavy ball means that Shamsy can come back for Chesham United. One back though by Watkins. Good play by him. Finds Dunn. Dunn chips the ball into the box. Williams tries to get there. Headed away by Locke. Comes to the edge of the box. Inns with the shot. Takes it towards Fraser. Finds Togwell. Togwell plays the ball in. Oh, it's only as far as Bevan. Bevan can bring the ball out. Trying to find the ball in towards Watkins. Jefferson Louis tries to get there, and Wells plays the ball forwards, and he's had a couple of shots from long distance as George Wells, but that was just a normal clearance. And it's Al Druby who has the ball. Royston have literally just scored, so it's let me see who it was. Bishop Stortford 0, Royston 1 is the scorer in that game. Ball here with Flood. Flood a bit deeper. Plays the ball in towards Wells. Wells finds Manny Williams. In towards Dunn. Dunn trying to play it into the path of Flood, but Sundale spots that well and plays it out here towards Watkins, who in turn feeds Dylan on that far hand side. Allowed to come forward. Plays it in looking for Yachifani. Misses him but finds Jefferson Louis. Louis trying to find Dylan on the overlap. Dylan gets to the ball first. Plays it in first time, and again Inns has to come across for Slough. Hooks the ball not only out of the pitch but out of the ground and over the top there, so some poor person's got to go and get that ball, and that's in some big old trees there behind the side of the goal. They're still 0-0 here, and we're into the 20th minute, and it'll be Dylan to take the throw here for Chesham on that far hand side. Finds Watkins, who just finds himself a little bit of space, chips the ball high into the box looking for Louis, headed away by Wells. Shamsy will get there first for Chesham United, holds the ball and keeps it in play, and plays it in here towards Bevan. Bevan's ball is poor. It was Green with the ball forward, and George Wells wins it for Slough. Finds Simon Dunn in towards Flood. Flood just inside his own half. Holds the ball up and then gives it to George Wells. Wells under pressure will go straight back towards goalkeeper Turner. Turner being chased down by Louis, but plays the ball forward. Wells underneath it, and Watkins comes in, but there's a Slough Town sandwich there as Green was in the middle of a sandwich between Williams and Watkins, and they take the free kick quickly here with Murphy finding Dylan back in towards Bevan. Bevan has the ball, being forced back towards his own goalkeeper, and Aldruby just has the ball, slips as he plays the ball forwards, and Nathan Smart can control that ball well for Slough, and then looks on the far hand side looking for the run of Flood. Flood gets there first, gets it down first time, gets the shot in, but it's well blocked though by Locke, and it's out for a throw here to Slough, around about 6 yards away from the corner flag, and good George Wells will be the player that comes across to take this throw, and it's a couple of yards away from that left hand corner flag on this side, attacking Bill's Diners End, and it's a quick throw in from Wells. Finds Manny Williams, turns on the edge of the box, gives it towards Fraser. Fraser finds Togwell. Togwell just being forced wide, chips the ball in looking for a run of Simon Dunn. Dunn can't get there, and that goes out of play for a goal kick to Chesham United. It's still 0-0 here between Chesham and Slough Town, and like I say, Slough haven't won here at Chesham since 1994. They haven't actually beaten Chesham in the league either at home or away since 2000, the 1st of April. So Slough have got to try and get rid of this hoodoo that they're under, and at the moment it's 0-0. Both teams having some good chances. It's Aldruby to take this goal kick, and gets a bit of abuse from the Slough Town fans. Inns wins the header. Yachifano gets clattered as he jumped into Inns, and the ball comes here towards Dylan, halfway inside his own half, and the referee has blown up for an injury to Yachifano, who's going to get some treatment, and we'll see if we can find you some more latest scores from the Southern Premier League. Dorchester are 1 up in their game at home to Tiverton. Not in our league, but it's Bognor 0, Havant and Waterlooville 1. There's Yachafana. They're just getting some treatment here at the moment. And let's just see what else we can find for you. I think there is a goal at the Kettering game. I think Kettering have just scored. We'll try and confirm that one for you against Kings Lynn. There's Yachafano still getting some treatments now. Players just having a little chat with the manager here, Neil Baker. Let's see what else we've got. Stratford have taken the lead at Banbury. So it's Bishop Stortford 0, Royston 1, Chesham 0, Slough 0, Dorchester 1, Tiverton 0, Dunstable 0, Biggleswade 0, Farnborough 0, Basingstoke 2, Frome 0, Merthyr 0, Gosport 0, Weymouth 0, Hereford 2, Redditch 1, Kettering 1, Kings Lynn 0, and Stratford 1, Banbury 1. Those are your latest scores in the Southern Premier League so far this afternoon. And it looks as though Yachafano's been helped off. And it'll be interesting to see if he's going to be able to come off. He's on loan from Northampton, is Joe Yachafano, and he's scored 17 goals in 21 appearances so far for Chesham. He looks like he's in a lot of pain here as he's coming off the field, helped by the Chesham physio. And as of yet, no sign of any substitution. So at the moment, Chesham will be temporarily down to 10 men as the physio just tries to work on Yachafano. I think Slough are going to give the ball back to the Chesham goalkeeper. Watkins standing here with the ball. Just I don't know what the referee's waiting for. Everything's sorted. You can't put the substitution on. No, Watkins does give the ball back to Aldruby in the Chesham goal and just flicks the ball up into his hands and will look to release the ball. Still got the ball in his hands. Finally, takes a long kick down the field. Underneath it will be Inns and Jefferson Louis. Inns wins a header, but Dylan keeps the ball in play. Only as far as Togwell. Togwell gets in front of there of Louis and then plays the ball down, looking for Watkins. Watkins gets a lovely touch, holds the ball up well. He's got Flood there. He's put Flood through on the far hand side. Flood breaks into the box, tries to get in, cuts inside, shoots. It's well blocked though by Locke inside the penalty area, and it's now Chesham on the ball forward up towards Louis. Louis holds the ball up well here for Chesham, just being forced into his own penalty. He was coming back further and further, tries to play the ball out. Watkins wins it back for Slough. Dunn gets there first and evades a challenge. Back out here towards Watkins. Watkins slides, plays the ball forward for Dunn to chase. Dunn up against the captain Murphy. Murphy finds Sunday, who plays the ball forward, but that's a loose ball and easily taken down by Alan Inns, and finds his defensive partner Nisbet, and Nisbet spreads it across to Nathan Smart. There are only 3 players inside the Slough half apart from Jack Turner. Everyone else is in the Chesham half at the moment. And a ball here with Nathan Smart, plays it in towards Flood. Flood holds the ball up well in here towards Fraser. Fraser back towards Smart. Slough almost playing a 4-3-3 formation. Ball played in, headed away by Green, and finds Watkins up towards Jefferson Lou. Finds Shamsy. Shamsy takes the ball first time. Wells is in the foot chase with him here, but Wells is first to the ball, but Shamsy still chasing him. But Wells does well to play it back towards his goalkeeper. Shamsy still chases it down, but it's played forwards. And Yachafano joins the pitch, headed away by Sunder in towards Louis. Louis takes the ball down and tries to find Sundo, who keeps the ball in on this near hand side down the line, but cleared well by Wells. Looking for Watkins. Watkins lets Locke head the ball into the centre where it's won by Bevan. Bevan just chips the ball forwards, but Nisbet leaves it and it goes through to Jack Turn in the Slough goal. We have played nearly 27 minutes here at Chesham United's ground, the Meadow. It's still 0-0 here between these two sides. As Turner plays the ball down the field towards Smart. Smart in advanced right back position. Plays it in here towards Fraser. Fraser more central. Liver ball in towards Williams. Williams holds the ball up. Turns Dylan on the far hand side. Dylan still tries to get back. Williams still goes. Breaks into the box, but the ball falls to Green, who can clear and find Bevan, and then plays it back out here towards Jai Dillon, the ex-rebel, who brings the ball forwards 10 yards. Plays it forwards looking for Jefferson Louis. Headed away well by Inns. Comes into the centre where Fraser wins a header, then Dunn flicks it on, only as far as Green. Green's header towards Bevan, and played forwards by Murphy, looking for Jefferson Louis. Comes off the head of Nathan Smart, out for a throw to Chesham United, 10 yards inside the Slough half. 0-0 here at the moment on this New Year's Day, and it's not yet warming up to be the game. It's a bit niggly, this local derby here at the moment. Good afternoon to Peter Jewell, who's listening, to now play the long ball down the field. It's Watkins to chase, up against Locks. Oh, Watkins just eases him off the ball. Plays it in here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn chips the ball forward looking for Flood. Flood on the edge of the area, takes it down well. Up against Sunday, holds it up. Still looking for an option. Comes from George Wells. Wells has to go past the referee. Bursts down this left-hand side. Still got Bevan there in front of him. And not getting any help from any of his fellow Slough players. Plays it off Bevan and wins a corner. Good play there by George Wells down this left-hand side. Slough, I think, playing 4-3-3 this afternoon means that it's a corner to Slough. And it's going to be Simon Dunn to take this corner again for the Rebels. They're just waiting for Inns to join at the back post for this corner to come in. And Dunn takes it into it. So player goes down there, and it's Louis that goes down inside the box, and the referee blows the whistle and says it's a free kick to Chesham United. And the Slough fans not too impressed there as the ball's been played back, hits the crossbar. So the ball, Jefferson Louis still down injured at the moment. Shamsi just getting some instructions from the management team here on this near hand side. Louis slowly gets back up and no longer holding his face. But it's a free kick. I think you are going to see a Chesham United substitution. I'm not sure if Yachifano is going to be able to continue, but we will see a substitution in a second for Chesham United. Now Druby will take this throw. In fact, I don't think it is him that's coming off, actually. Al Druby takes this goal free kick. Played in, headed away by Togwell, but goes straight out of play. And it's a throw here to Chesham on the halfway line. And you will see the first substitution of the game. And it is the leading scorer for Chesham, Yachifano, who comes off. And he is replaced by Oren Swales. So just... and it's... so it's Swales who comes on, and that's on the half-hour mark of the game. So that substitution is Joe Yachifano off, and Oren Swales is the player on for Chesham United. That's an injury-enforced substitution there for Chesham. And it's Sunday with this throw, looking for the substitute, but it's cleared by Nisbet. Back in here towards Shamsi, flicks the ball on, looking for Swales, who gets into the box, but Turner's there first for the Rebels, comes to the side of his box and goes that ball nicely. And it's Jack Turner just slowing the game down, just Slough looking to try and play the ball forwards here with Turner. Long kick down, Flood trying to get his body in the way. They used his body to block the ball. It was a free kick. He didn't look at the ball, he looked at where the man was and just gave him a little, just got his body in the way, but didn't play the ball there at all. Good afternoon to Stephen Roach, who's listening as well. And it's all going on YouTube this afternoon. It's the ball played forward by the goalkeeper, Al Druby, on the far hand side. Smart can't get to it. Louis will try and keep it in here for Chesham. Oh, crunching tackle by Alan Inns there. It's a good challenge. He plays the ball, but he made sure that Louis knew he was there. Ball space here for Watkins to shoot. It's blocked. Comes out here towards Williams. And Williams now feeds the ball here towards George Wells. Wells can bring the ball forward. Comes 15 yards. Still inside his own half. Looks to play the ball across. It's a poor ball. It's played away by Dylan. And Mark Nisbet will get there first for Slough. Looks like Shamsi's being asked to play a bit of a more forward role, trying to help out Jefferson Louis. Ball played over the top. Comes to Sunday. Oh, and then Brad Watkins gets there first. Flicks it past Sunday. Plays the ball into the box. Looking for the Flood it was, but it was Lock in the end. He gets a touch away. Ball played out, and this time it's won by Nathan Smart on the far-hand side. Good ball in by Watkins. Smart just runs with it. Chips the ball in, but Al Druby catches that one. And Slough just not making these chances count here. Some good defending by Chesham here at the moment. And it remains here with 32 minutes gone. Still 0-0. And we'll try and find you an update with some of the latest scores in a second. Long kick here by Al Druby. Underneath it is Inns. Wins the first header. Finds Williams, but headed away by Green. In towards Togwell. Plays the ball forwards. Watkins tries to get there first. Gets a lucky ricochet in towards Flood. Flood's ball looking for a free kick. Williams can't get there. And Shamsi wins it for Chesham United and plays it in here towards Bevan. Bevan up against Togwell, and but Chesham get a lucky touch, and then Nisbet just flicks a leg out to win the ball back here for Slough, and finds Sean Fraser inside the centre circle of the Slough half. Here towards Nathan Smart, looks for Togwell. Togwell go back towards Smart, who's got a bit of space here, and plays the ball in towards Flood. Flood comes deep in towards Fraser. Good Slough playing some good football. Finds Simon Dunn. Dunn will bring the ball forward here. He's got Wells on the outside if he needs him. Finds it inside to Williams. Williams got absolutely clattered there by Watkins, and it's a free kick to Slough, and Manny Williams just saying to the referee, how about having a word there? Ref, nowhere near the ball there was Watkins. It's a free kick to Slough. It's good 40 yards away from goal, and I think you're just going to see Slough maybe send forwards Inns and Nisbet for this free kick. It will be George Wells that will come across to take this free kick for Slough. Good 40 yards away from goal, but Wells is looking to chip this ball into the box. Plays it on the far hand side for Inns. Inns takes it down on his chest. Plays it in towards Dunn. First to the ball though is Green, and Green gets a lucky ricochet to bring the ball out. Finds Swales. Back towards Green. Ball played down the field, looking for Swales to run onto, but Nathan Smart comes across for Slough and plays it back towards his goalkeeper. And Turner plays the ball down the field quickly. Williams tries to get there first, headed away by Murphy. Only as far as Inns, and is trying to release Fraser, but Dillon's there first to the ball. Dillon under pressure, plays it in here towards Green. Green slowly lost the ball from Simon Dunn. He's having a good game here. Finds Flood. Flood plays. Oh, he's looking for Williams. Just play behind him, and Watkins gets there first for Chesham and brings the ball out here. And Watkins still running with the ball. Good 20 yards. Plays it in here, trying to find Swales, but Alan Inns has got a dislike to the Chesham United ball boys. That's the second time he's put it out the ground, and obviously played here before and doesn't like them. And it's coming up to 35 minutes gone, still 0-0 here, but it would be Dillon that will take this throw on the far hand side. Long throw in, trying to find Bevan down by the corner flag, up against Fraser, holds the ball up well, flicks it off Fraser and out for a throw right by the corner flag for Chesham United, and Dillon will go across to take that for Chesham. And his throw goes towards Watkins. Watkins trying to turn against Togwell. Oh, Togwell sneaks in and wins the ball here, and he wins a free kick as well, does Togwell, by the foul by Watkins, and that's the second one he's committed in space in a minute. The referee just having a quiet word with Watkins, just explaining that exact fact, that that's the second one you've just committed in a short space of time. And it's a free kick to Slough, just about 25 yards in there from their own goal, and it looks as though it's going to be Jack Turner that will take this free kick for Slough. Turner just waiting for a bit of movement. Slough just trying to make sure they stay on side here. Ball played in by Turner. It's a free header though by Locke, only as far as Inns. Inns' header comes for Smart. Smart has the time to chip the ball forward here, looking for Watkins. Watkins ducks underneath the ball. Sundar will try and get there first. He plays to get there first. Plays it out of play for a throw to Chesham United. And again, Slough will just send George Wells down to take this throw. Guy Hollis on the bench here. Quick throw by George Wells. Finds Dunn. Back in towards Williams. Dunn gets into the edge of the box. Still running with the ball. Plays it across here towards Togwell. Togwell has to shoot. It's blocked well by Watkins, who just sticks his body away and then holds the ball up. Then does well to release Dillon. Chance here for Chesham on the counter attack. And Chris Flood up against Dillon. And Flood gets hold of Dillon. It's a foul there. And the ball had fallen kindly to Dillon, but Flood has committed the foul, and he will be the first player in the referee's book this afternoon. And it's Flood who gets the first yellow card on 37 minutes. And it's no arguments about that one there. So we'll see if we can find you some. So I'm just going to wait for this free kick. It's only about 5 or 6 yards inside the Slough half. And it looks like Dillon will be the player that will take this free kick. Only one of the centre-backs has gone forwards for Chesham here. It's Locke that has gone forwards for Chesham United. So we wait for this free kick to come in from Dillon. Plays the ball deep into the edge of the box. It's Wells who wins the header well, and it comes out here towards Watkins. Watkins turns, holds the ball up. Now trying to release Flood down his near-hand side. Sundar does well to get to the ball, but then slips, and Flood takes it off him and goes past him. He's got no help though, just coming in at the far-hand side. Flood still has the ball. Needs a little bit of assistance on this far-hand side. Comes from Wales, and it means that Slough have now got numbers forward, but just got numbers back. Wales with a lovely ball across field, in towards Smart. Smart's got a bit of space to run into here. Oh, he chips it It's heavy, but Watkins will try and keep the ball in. Does really well. It hits Sunday. Slough looking for a free kick for a foul on Watkins, but Wales still has the ball hit. Oh, it breaks inside. Still going past two. Hits a shot from distance. It's a good save by Aldruby from a George Wells shot. And it's gone out for a corner here for Slough. And Wells getting into that position. He's got 3 goals already this season. He's looking for where he hits it hard and low every time. And this time it was a good save. And it's a corner for Slough on the far hand side. Simon Dunn on the corner taking duties here at the moment. And he's going to look to take this corner. In swinging corner for Slough. Played in near post. Headed away well by Green. Straight back out though towards Simon Dunn. He's got time to put the ball in. He may well have had the time, but he doesn't put a decent ball in, unfortunately, so for a goal kick. So just going to see if we can find you some latest scores around. Biggleswade have taken the lead at Dunstable. Let's see what we can find. What else is going on for you this afternoon in the Southern Premier League? Still 0-0 here at the Meadow as we come on to 40. Just played 39 minutes here. So we still wait for Aldruby to take this goal kick. And he still hasn't taken his goal kick. I don't know what he's waiting for. Aldruby finally takes the kick. Long kick though. Aimed towards Swales. Up against it is Inns. Inns win header. It's one flicked on by Togwell. And the ball headed away by Murphy, just stand there. And the ball played up here towards Swales. Swales gets a touch, but Nathan Smart just puts his body in the way and finds Inns. Inns with the ball forward towards Flood. Flood plays it in towards Williams. Williams still finds Simon Dunn. Dunn here just plays it back in towards Williams. Williams has to stretch, turn. Chips the ball out here to the far hand side when Nathan Smart's got some space. Smart here up against Dylan. Togwell's just come a little bit deeper for him. Gets the ball to Togwell. Togwell turns. Ball played in here towards Dunn. Dunn looks to play the ball here towards Watkins. Holds the ball up. Back feet. Looking for Dunn. Oh, and it's Darren Locke hears the ball. It hits Shamsey on the back and goes out for a Slough corner. Latest scores in the Southern Premier League is Bishop Stortford 0, Royston 1, Dorchester 1, Tiverton 0, Dunstable 0, Biggleswade 1. Farnborough have had a goal, basically every goal disallowed, I think, taken off. It's actually Farnborough 0, Basingstoke 2, Frome 0, Merthyr 0, Gosport 0, Weymouth 0, Hereford 2, Redditch 1, Kettering 1, Kingsley 0, and Stratford 1, Banbury 0. Corner comes in, far post. Goalkeeper again doesn't get the best of touches to it, just about punches it clear here towards Watkins. Watkins finds Swale. Swale just runs straight into George Wells, but Sunder comes across here for Chesham, plays the ball down the field. Looking for Shamsey, good touch by him, and manages to play the ball in towards Louis. Louis trying to find Swales. Oh, and Nathan Smart stood on the ball. It was that heart-in-mouth moment again from Nathan Smart, but he does well to get the ball towards Turner. Flicked on by him. Diving header by Locke. Williams wins a header, trying to find Flood, but Slough just can't keep hold of the ball here at the moment. It's come back here towards Dunn, in towards Flood. Slough with Williams, plays the ball in. Fraser just slips on the dirt, but keeps hold of it and then finds Nathan Smart on that far hand side. Smart plays a little pass in here towards Togwell, just halfway inside the Chesham half. 1-2 with Watkins and Williams. Watkins tried to flick the ball out, comes out here towards Shamsey, who hits it straight at George Wells and out for a throw to Chesham United, 10 yards inside their own half. And it looks as though Swales is trying to play further forward with Louis for Chesham United this afternoon. And it's going to be Sunday to take this throw. And looking for Louis, comes off the shin of Nisbet into the main stand, bounces around and then comes back and bounces back out and will make it. Yes, actually bounced back onto the pitch. Cracking clearance by Mark Nisbet. He's hit the ball that's hit the back of the stand, gone back forwards and then bounced onto the pitch. Ball played forwards and it's won by Wells in towards Simon Dunn. Dunn's ball is closed down by Watkins. Ball falls kindly here towards Shamsey. Shamsey breaks into the box. Inns is there for Slough. And it comes off Inns last. It'll be a corner here for Chesham United as we're into the 42nd minute of the game. And it's a corner that Dylan will go across to take for Chesham United. Yeah, he's just getting some indications of what to do here with the ball. Swales has gone down injured here at the moment, and I don't think the referee has seen it. And then Dylan points out to the referee that Swales is injured. And the Chesham physio is being waved off. They've not been waved on. You signalled for treatment and then said no, so That's a strange one. But anyway, it's a corner now here to Chesham United. Dillon will take this corner. Swales makes his way onto the 6-yard box. There's a bit of congestion in that 6-yard box for Slough to deal with. Dillon will take this in-swinging corner here. Both Murphy and Locke have gone forward for Chesham. Ball bouncing around. Played into the box. It's gone all the way through. It's a free header for Jefferson Louis, but he puts it wide over the top of the bar and out for a goal kick to Slough. And Slough being urged to take it quickly by Flood and Williams, but Turner doesn't take it. So many bodies in the box, and it's allowed Chesham the chance to bring some players back here. Still 0-0 this afternoon here. We'll give you all those half-time scores as well. As Turner takes this kick. There'll be some injury time for that injury to Yachafano. Watkins tries to flick the ball. It's come off the head of Locke in towards Flood. Flood's ball played in. Comes out here towards Watkins. Watkins finds Sean Fraser. Sean Fraser can turn and hold the ball up 40 yards away from goal. Nathan Smart on his outside. Smart gets the ball just up against Dillon. Tries to chip it inside. Plays it in with his left foot. Keeper comes, catches the ball at the second attempt. Again he's dropped the ball and he's standing there with the ball and then tries to roll it out. Still hasn't got rid of the ball yet. And looks like there might be an injury concern for Slough here. Chris Flood just feeling his hamstring here. Goalkeeper still hasn't got rid of the ball. He finally just chips it outside of his box and then plays the ball down the field. Nisbet and Louis tassing with the ball. Come through though to Swales, and Swales, his ball has been intercepted by George Wells. Wells just sells done short there, and Wells is saying that he kicked the ball out for Nisbet to get treated, who was down, but Sunder takes his throw in, looking for Jefferson Louis. Nisbet comes across and wins the ball, and it falls here towards Swales. Wells just treads on the ball and then finds Simon Dunn. Dunn, under pressure from Watkins, just plays it down the line, and it's a free kick to Slough. And yet again, Watkins has committed the foul. Shams is standing right in front of him. If you kick it straight at him, it's a yellow card. And that is stupid by Ravi Shams. He's standing in front of the free kick, stopping him taking it. And then when he takes it, he gets a yellow card. There's 2 minutes of added time here at the Meadow here. So Shamsy gets a yellow card on 45. And the referee has indicated there'll be 2 added on minutes here. And it's still 0-0 here. And still this... I can't even see where the player... Who's taking the... I just couldn't see who's taking the free kick for Slough. Turner it is who's come across to take it. Ben Harris just warming up for Slough here. As Turner takes this free kick into the box. It's gone through. It came off the head of Watkins, I think it was, that it come across. But it's gone straight out of play for a goal kick here. And it's we're into the... almost a minute of the added time so far. It's still 0-0 here at the Meadow here. Chesham United 0, Slough Town 0. Been a fairly even game between the two sides, and some good saves by both goalkeepers. Aldrubu must be the best save so far of the game. Turner's made a couple of half decent but more easy kind of saves that you would expect a goalkeeper to make. Aldrubu with this goal kick, played forward, looking for Swales. Inns again rises high to win the ball. Only finds Green though for Chesham, and his ball forward played towards Dillon. Dillon's ball forward looking for Louis. Headed away by Nisbet, comes through to Shamsy. His touch will find Adam Watkins. Watkins just plays it here towards Bevan. Bevan playing the ball back towards Shamsy. Shamsy hits it straight at Simon Dunn, and it finds Manny Williams. Williams tried to release Watkins, but Watkins couldn't get there. But the ball's played back towards the goalkeeper, and Watkins chases it down. It's a poor clearance by the goalkeeper and comes towards Flood. Flood's header trying to find Manny Williams. Watkins would have been on offside. Shamsy chases it down and looking to pretend to play it towards his goalkeeper, plays it into the field. It's won back by Green, but then Dunn wins it with a nice little trick in towards Flood. Wells just goes past a couple of players. Plays it out here towards Nathan Smart, standing literally on the centre circle. But unfortunately, the referee says that is it for the first half here. Yes, please, 1 sugar, thank you. And it's 0-0 here between Chesham United and Slough Town. And again, apologies if you do pick up any loose language from the players as they leave the pitch here. You do. And as soon as the players come off, it's 0-0 here at Chesham United. Quite an even local derby here, with both sides having a couple of shots on target. But as of yet, no goals in this local derby game. And we will give you some of the half-time scores and as they come past. So quite a few of you listening on the YouTube off. Darren Alex is on there. Jonathan Rees is saying he wants to. He's in Buckingham, saying Happy New Year to everyone. And it's still 0-0 here at the moment, but the second half will have a lot to love. Slough will be playing up the hill for the second half, and we'll just see if Chris Flood will be the player that comes out for the second half. The referee just being escorted off by a steward, and people still being allowed to come straight across here, but I can't see how that could be happening. And it's the referee just makes his way into the dressing room. We'll try and find you some of the scores from around the Southern Premier League for you this afternoon. It's just turned a bit chilly here at the Meadow, Chesham, as the two sets of fans decide to make their way past each other here. And it's the sun's just gone in a little bit here and made it slightly chilly here at the Meadow. Weymouth had just scored on the stroke of half time. Oh, look, I didn't. Oh, got a cup as well. Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you very much. We're getting treated here, and it's. What are you doing? Don't do that. You'll spill it all over. I'm sure you do want to electrocute me. We're just going to see if there's... Weymouth had just scored literally on the stroke of half-time. It's Weymouth leading 1-0 at Gosport Borough. We're trying to find the half-time scores for you. Just having a look and see what is on Twitter at the moment to... See if Hereford leading at half time 4-2 at the moment against Redditch United. Redditch, who have just newly installed the manager Kim Harris who was at Gloucester before. Biggleswade are 1-0 up at the moment at their game away to Dunstable. We're just going to see if we can wait for the proper half-time scores to come through to us here. So what we'll do is we'll give you half times from some of the other teams. I won't give you the Premier League half times because there is absolutely no point in that whatsoever. We're not doing it. So in the Sky Bet Championship, we've got the half times here. It's Bolton Wanderers 1, Hull City 0, Derby County 1, Sheffield United 0, it's Leeds 0, Nottingham Forest 0, Norwich 0, Millwall 1, Preston 2, Middlesbrough 1, Queen's Park Rangers 0, Cardiff 0, Sheffield Wednesday 0, Burton 1, Sunderland 0, Barnsley 0. In League 1, we have AFC Wimbledon 1, Southend 0, Bristol Rovers 0, Portsmouth 0, Charlton 0, Gillingham 2, Fleetwood 1, Bradford City 0, Northampton 0, Wigan Athletic 1, Oxford United 2, Milton Keynes 1, Peterborough 1, Doncaster 0. Then the next four games: Plymouth Walsall, Rochdale versus Blackpool, Rotherham United, Blackburn, Scunthorpe Bury. They're all 0-0. And the final one is Shrewsbury 1, Oldham Athletic 0. In Sky Bet League 2, it's Accrington Stanley 1, Morecambe 0, Barnet 1, Swindon 2, Colchester United 0, Cambridge 0, Coventry 1, Chesterfield 0, Crewe 2, Grimsby 0, Forest Green 0, WWFC 2, Luton 2, Lincoln 2, Mansfield 2, Carlisle 0, Newport 1, Exeter 0, Notts County 0, Port Vale 0, Stevenage 2, Cheltenham 1, and Yeovil 1, Crawley Town 1. Those are your scores from the games in the normal league. Just going to see if we can find an updated score in the Southern Premier League. At half time is Kettering 1, Kings Lynn 0, Farnborough. I don't know what's going on here, but apparently it said that Basingstoke were 2 up on a tweet, but apparently Farnborough are 2-1 up at half time. I don't know how that's happened there. It's clearly said that Farnborough were 2-0 up at one stage, but there you go. So someone's obviously got that a little bit wrong here. It's Solihull Moors 0, Maidenhead 0, but apparently 2 red cards, 1 for each side in that game. So no goals yet as it is at the moment. And so in the other games, it's Bishop Stortford 0, Royston 1, Dorchester 0, Tiverton, sorry, is it Dorchester 1, sorry, Tiverton 0, Dunstable 0, Biggleswade 1, Farnborough 2, Basingstoke 1, Frome 0, Merthyr 0, Gosport 0, Weymouth 1, Hereford 4, Redditch 2, Kettering 1, Kings Lynn 1, and the only one we haven't had through confirmation of is Stratford Banbury, but Stratford were winning that one 1-0. So there you go, those are the up and coming. That's the score so far in the Southern Premier League for you this afternoon. And it's a cold, wintry January the 1st here at the Meadow, Chesham. And we're just going to, we have been bought a nice cup of tea and a bit of cake. So we are going to have that one in a second. We are just going to confirm those half-time scores to you in a second with that outstanding one. Just going to see what we can find. Okay, so we've got some changes. So half-time, it's now Bishop Stortford 0, Royston 2, Dorchester 1, Tiverton 0, Dunstable 0, Biggleswade 1. It's Farnborough 2, Basingstoke 1. Frome have just scored. It's Frome 1, Merthyr 0, Gosport 0, Weymouth 1, Hereford 4, Redditch 2, Kettering 1, Kings Lynn 0, and Stratford 1, Banbury 1. Those are your half-time scores in the Southern Premier League. So just do keep your eye out on the Slough Town FC website. There are a couple of things for you. First of all, don't forget, if you are planning to attend the Hereford game, you will need to be either a season ticket holder or you will need to have purchased a ticket for that game. There will be no tickets on sale on the door. That is due to police advice. It is an all ticket game, so we believe that Hereford are planning on selling their allocation of 600, so we would ideally like more Slough fans there than Hereford. It would be nice if you could come down and do that. Then keep your eye out. There isn't going to be a game at the moment on the 7th of Jan, but I do believe that the club are looking at maybe bringing a game forwards if possible. So keep your eye on it. But at the moment, it's not on the 7th of Jan. Then the next one after that is Slough will be away to St Ives on the 13th of January. That's a 3 o'clock kick-off, and there will be a supporters coach running to that game as well. So keep your eyes out on that. We're just going to have a little minute's break here while we have a cup of tea and a bit of cake. Alright, so when we wait for the start of the second half here at the Meadow, home at Chesham United, I'll run through the other games in the Southern League East and West. It's Bedford 0, AFC Rushden Diamonds 0. Fleet versus Hartley Whitney was postponed. Hanwell versus Hayes was postponed. Kempston Rovers versus Cambridge City was postponed. And Northwood versus Chalfont and Peter. Those 4 matches was postponed at half time. It's Tame 2, Aylesbury United 0. In the West League, Bishop's Cleeve versus Cirencester Town was postponed. It's Evesham 2, Shortwood United 1. Salisbury 1, Wimborne Town 0. Swindon Supermarine 0, Kidlington 1. Taunton versus Biddeford was called off. Winchester City 0, AFC Totton 0. And Yates versus Larkhall Athletic, that was called off as well. So those are your half-time scores from the Southern League East and West. So hopefully you've all had a very good New Year's Eve and you've all celebrated well, and hopefully you're not all too badly hungover this afternoon. And like I say, if you would like to get in contact with us here at Rebels Radio, you can do so on Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio, or if you're listening via the live on YouTube, there's a live chat room going on. There's quite a lot of people on there, and you can join in there. We'll give you a shout out as we can, and it's a few recognisable names who have been on there again listening in. And you don't have to be a subscriber to YouTube to actually listen in. You can just listen in. We're just waiting for some of the players just to come out here again. Like I say, we are by the players' tunnel, so if you do hear any inappropriate language, we will apologise for that now, just in case. Hopefully you won't. Stephen Roach wants to give a cheer for the Manor Park Posse for 2018. So give them a shout out. We've got Jonathan Rees listening in Buckingham, and Darren Alex Fitzroy Brown been there, and just got a steward standing in front of us here at the moment as the Slough Town players start to come out for the start of the second half. They are the first ones out. No, I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, sorry, there you go. Cheers, thank you. As the Slough Town players just come out here and head towards the end, where they're just getting a good round of applause, where the Slough Town fans have made their way to the far end up the hill. Some of the games are already underway in the Evestic Southern Premier League already. The second halves have already started. We're just waiting for the opposition and the referee to come back out. And it's 0-0 here at the moment. And just looking around just to see a number of Slough fans have come down. I can see there's got to be about 50 odd of them behind the goal at the moment who've made the way. There's quite a few here in the stand as well who've made their way down. Slough, the first team out, ready for the start of the second half. We'll look to see if there are any substitutions. At the moment it doesn't look like it. Chesham are just coming out by us now. We'll just see if they've got any subs coming out. Dobbo just standing here waiting to go back in. The referee's out as well, and hopefully all these people who stood in front of us here will sit down, or otherwise it's going to be very difficult to see what's going on this afternoon. And here we go, we're just waiting to see if we can see any substitutions from the two sides as the last of the Chesham players come out. And as of yet there's no substitution, so I'll run through your starting 11s for the second half here. For Chesham, it's Hafid Al-Drubi in goal. 2 is Manny Sundar. 3 is Jai Evans. 4 is Matt Bevans. 5 is the captain, Kieran Murphy. 6 is Darren Locke. 7 is Ravi Shamsi on a yellow card. 8, Adam Watkins. 9 is Jefferson Louis. 11, Danny Green. And 16 is Oren Swales. For the Rebels, in goal is Jack Turner. 2 is Nathan Smart. 3, George Wells. 4, Alan Innes. 5, Mark Nisbet, who's the Slough captain. 6 is Lee Togwell. 7, Manny Williams. 8, Simon Dunn. 9, Brad Watkins. 10 is Chris Flood, who's on a yellow card. And 11 is Sean Fraser. The referee is Mr. Mute. His assistants are Mr. Perry and Mr. Manyangi, and we are waiting for him to start the second half. Here, Slough will kick off. And we're shooting up the hill. They play the ball back, and immediately George Wells is under pressure. Manages to hook the ball clear, only into the centre to Danny Green. Green holds the ball up and finds Watkins on the far hand side for Chesham. Under pressure from Slough. He's given away a throw to Slough on the far hand side. And Slough have a throw just inside their own half, couple of feet inside. So Wells to take this throw, trying to play the ball in, misses by Sunday. Lock comes across to clear for Chesham, goes straight out of play for a throw to Slough. They gained around 20 yards with that throw, and again George Wells will be the player to take it, just waiting for a ball to come in. And the Slough massive behind that goal. Quick throw here by Wells in towards Dunn, back in looking for Dunn. Dunn plays the ball in, trying to find Williams, and it's taken here by Green. Green with the ball forwards, finds Swales. Swales plays it immediately at Shamsy, trying to find Louis. Louis with a heavy touch there. Under pressure from Williams. It's won back by Slough. Played forward by Nathan Smart. All ball takes a horrible bobble as it came to Brad Watkins. Watkins in towards Togwell. Togwell immediately under pressure. Does well to evade a couple of challenges. Brings the ball out here towards Nathan Smart. Smart under pressure from Shamsy. Chips the ball forward, looking for the run of Williams. Williams gets the edge of the box. Finds Watkins. Watkins first time cross. Looking at the far post. It's volleyed goal was by Chris Flood, but it's over the top of the bar and out of play. And it's 0-0 still here at Chesham United, but Slough with the first effort of the first half, and it's going to be Al Druby to take the goal kick here. So Slough looking to end this hoodoo that they've got here at Chesham United. Not beaten Chesham United in the league since the 1st of April 2000. And not beaten them at Chesham since 1994. Ball played forward, headed away well by Inns. Looking for Watkins. Watkins trying to flick the ball on. Hits Murphy, but Watkins slides to try and win the ball back. Green with the tackle inside the Chesham half. Finds Dylan. Dylan here on this near hand side. Plays the ball forward. Again, Inns spots the run, heads the ball away. Headed on though by Bevan. Ball bouncing around. Togwell wins the next header. It's come out on the far hand side here to Watkins. Watkins plays the ball out here to Sunday. Sunday just crosses the halfway line, still running with the ball. His ball is intercepted well by George Wells, and plays the ball inside here towards Togwell. Togwell under pressure from Bevan. So it's come to Nisbet, who slices his clearance. Jefferson New tries to get there first. Ins with the header away. Hooked clear though by Fraser. Only as far as Bevan. You can spread the ball here towards Dylan. Dylan on this near hand side, trying to run at Sean Fraser. Plays the ball in. It comes off Simon Dunn last. It come out here towards Nathan Smart, who tries to keep the ball in. It's just gone out of play for a Chesham United throw, which Dylan takes quickly, finding Swales. Swales does well to turn on this far side. Plays it here back towards Watkins. Watkins takes a touch inside, trying to cross the ball and gets across into the box, but there's not a Chesham United player in there, and it's an easy grab for Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And it's Turner that's going to play this ball forwards from this kick. Long, decent kick here by Turner, trying to look out for Watkins. Beaten to the ball by Locke, but the ball will come out here and goes out of play for a throw to Slough. And it's just inside the Chesham half. Quickly taken by Wells, in towards Simon Dunn. Dunn gives the ball back towards Wells. Wells tucks inside, turns, chips the ball forwards. Hooked clear by Sunday. Headed on by Dunn, trying to find Williams. Williams tries to keep the ball in. Hooked clear again by Sunday. Only as far as Togwell. Togwell's header high in the air. Comes through here towards Louis. Nisbet sticks a leg out to win the ball for Slough, but only as far as Sunday. And it's ball played in. Swales does well to keep the ball down on fire. Swales, he just jokes the challenge of Inns, and then Nisbet has to come across for Slough to try and clear it down. Swales tries to go past him, but plays the ball out, and it's gone out of play for a goal kick to Slough Towns. 0-0 here in these early couple of minutes of the second half. 4 minutes gone of the second half so far, and no changes for the Rebels. Chris Flood's back out and seems to be fine after just holding his hamstring as he came off in that first half, as we wait for Turner to take this goal kick for Slough Town. Just takes a long kick here by Turner, looking for Watkins. Watkins up against Sunder, wins the header. Hooked clear though by Locke, and the ball has come through, hits Swales. It's the referee says that Swales was backing in, and that's a free kick to Slough, which I thought would have gone the other way, to be honest. I thought Nisbet was all over Swales, but it's a free kick here to Slough. Nisbet takes it quick, plays it in towards Smart, but just plays it behind him, forcing him back, and he'll have to go back to his goalkeeper, Turner. Turner under pressure from Jefferson Louis. Plays the ball forward. Sunday will have a free touch of the ball there. Just overruns it a little bit, but given away to George Wells. Wells under pressure from Shams. He goes back towards the goalkeeper, Turner. Shamsy will continue his chase, but played forwards by Turner. Williams trying to get goal side. Headed away, though, by Locke. Comes into the centre where Bevan wins the header, only as far as Mark Nisbet. And Nisbet takes it on his chest and plays the ball across, but it's gone straight out of play and out for a throw to Chesham United, halfway inside their own half. Still goalless here at the Meadow. No attendance been announced yet here at the moment, as we wait for Sunday to take this throw, puts the throw in. Swales does well to flick the ball on, but only finds Inns. Inns goes back to his goalkeeper, chased down by Shamsy, and Turner just hits the ball as it just takes the ball. Will go straight out of play and out for a throw to Chesham on the halfway line. Sunday, the right back, will take this. Just gaining a few yards here underneath the referee's. The referee just telling him to stop. He still gains another couple of yards. Plays the throw in quickly towards Watkins. Watkins turns on the far hand side, goes past a couple of challenges in here towards Shamsy. Shamsy trying to release the ball back, but Inns spotted that well and then plays the ball in towards Togwell. Togwell up here towards Williams, back in towards Dunn. Dunn's ball finds Flood. Flood holds the ball up for Slough, and Slough forward in numbers, but the ball's here with Flood. Oh, he's just poorly given the ball away, and it's allowed Green to bring the ball forward, but Wells intercepts here for Slough, and Slough have the ball here now with Wells again. Gets the ball back, plays his ball in, hooked clear though by Murphy, only as far as Simon Dunn. And Dunn finds Togwell. Togwell under pressure trying to release Dunn, but he's just overrun the ball a little bit. Ball play forwards here towards Jefferson Louis, trying to turn it inside towards Shamsy. Closed down well by a couple of Slough players. Falls here towards Bevan, played the ball forward. Shamsy's on an onside position, but he's not going to race and get that ball. It's got out of play for a throw to Slough, half deep inside their own half. And it's still 0-0 here on a cold afternoon here in January 2018. Quick throw here by Wells, throws it back here towards Turner. Turner under pressure from Swales, plays the ball forward, looking for Watkins. Watkins, a little push in the back there on Watkins, and it's a foul by Murphy. It's a free kick to Slough inside the centre circle, just inside the Chesham United half. Yeah, and the referee just making sure that Slough go back to the right space to take this one. And the first time we've heard the Slough fans sing this second half. Ball played out here quickly towards George Wells. Wells will just bring it forwards. Plays it inside here towards Togwell. Togwell closed down by Watkins. Oh, evades the challenge well. In towards Fraser. Fraser pulls the ball backwards though towards Smart. Smart just has to play the ball in here towards Fraser. Back towards Smart. So now just have numbers in the box. Played in. Looking for Flood. So hooked clear though by Locke. Only as far as Inns. Inns with a good header finds Nathan Smart. Smart under pressure from Watkins. Plays it down the line here towards Watkins. And Dylan, I don't know what's going on because the dugouts are right in view of where that was going on. Slough have been awarded a throw. I think it's a throw. Yeah, they say that the ball came off Dylan last. It's a Slough throw, which Smart looks to take. Watkins trying to get there first, and Dylan goes down under the challenge of Brad Watkins, and it's a free kick to Chesham. And it's going to be Al Druby, the goalkeeper, who's going to come across to take this throw. And I can't see what's going on, so I'm just decides to stand in the way. Long ball forward here by Al Druby, looking for Jefferson Louis. Good touch by him, holds the ball up well. Finds Dylan, who's come through and played the ball forward. Down the line here towards Swales. Swales tries to turn, but it comes off Swales last, and in fact I think it was an offside. No, it wasn't. It's actually a throw into Slough, quickly taken by Slough in towards Turner. Turner closed down by Swales, clears the ball out of play for a throw to Chesham United, and it's going to be Dylan that takes it halfway inside the Slough half. Quick throw here towards Swales. Swales takes it on his chest, holds the ball up, trying to play the ball in here towards Watkins. Watkins comes in, crosses the ball into the box. It's no one in there though for Chesham United, and it's an easy take for Jack Turner. Turner being urged to get the ball down the field here, looking for Watkins. Watkins up against Locke. It's Locke with the header, only as far though as Fraser's. Fraser's ball finds Dunn. Dunn with a foot race here. Good challenge there by Bevan, who wins the ball, but it goes straight out of play for a Slough throw. And Slough with this 4-3-3 formation isn't really working for them. So Smart with a quick throw here, finds Fraser in a bit of space. Fraser there goes backwards towards Togwell. Togwell with the ball in towards Williams. Williams just lets it ball bounce, comes back here towards Nathan Smart. Smart looks up, chips the ball into the box, trying to find Flood. Sunday gets a head to it, and he finds it into the path of Ravi Shamsi. Can bring the ball forward, runs 20-30 yards with the ball. Dunn comes across, but Shamsi still has it, and looks up, plays it in here towards Jefferson Louis. Louis trying to flick the ball on, but spotted by Wells. And Slough have the ball back, or loose ball by giving the ball away by Sean Fraser, and it comes back here towards Sunday, in towards Shamsi. Shamsi tried to black flick it, but read by Inns, and Inns ball trying to find Flood, but it's the Murphy, the captain for Chesham, who clears the ball long, and it's come off the head of Nisbet and out for a throw to Chesham United, 10 yards inside the Slough half. And it's still 0-0 here at the moment with 10 minutes of this second half gone. Ball out on the far hand side to Shamsi, who holds the ball up, finds Sunder, tries to get the ball back, but Wells hits it straight at Shamsi, and it's can play forward by Fraser, but it's one back by Danny Green for Chesham, and then Locke goes back towards his goalkeeper, chased down here by Watkins, but Al-Jubi goes past him and plays the ball down, but only as far as Wells. Wells hits it straight at Sunday. His touch is poor, but can come back and win it back and find. Oh, Locke just runs straight into Simon Dunn, and then Williams plays it back in towards Dunn. Dunn breaking into the end of the box, goes down on the edge, and that's a foul to Slough, and that could well be a yellow card as well for I think it's going to be the captain Murphy who's going to get the yellow card, or is he going to give it to Locke? It's Darren Locke who gets the yellow card there on 57 minutes. Just pulling Simon Dunn down right on the corner of the box here, and Manny Williams is the player going to take this one for Slough, with Dobson injured. Dobson out with a thigh injury at the moment, so it's going to be Manny Williams to take this. This is right on the corner angle of the 18-yard box. Slough fans just need to make a little bit of noise just to boost this team. Referee just marking out his spaces. And there's a little half step there, and then gains another one. Much to the amusement of the Slough fans, he miscounted his steps there and gained his extra step. He's finally got it 10 yards back. But it's Togwell standing over this free kick as well as Williams. A little bit of movement from Slough for this free kick to come in. Williams looks like he's going to be the player that takes it. Hits it goalwards, hits it hard and low. Cleared by Chesham United. Only come back out here towards Togwell. Togwell, they're under pressure from Watkins. Plays the ball forward. Sunday's underneath it, and he's just going to see it out for a throw. And kind of sums up the game so far here is just been a real lack of quality in the penalty box that between the two sides here, and that's why it's still 0-0 here at the moment. We'll give you some updates on the other scores in the Southern Premier League in a second. As Sunday takes the throw, flicked on by Louis, but only as far as Wells, and Wells plays it straight back out of field and out for another throw to Chesham United. And the floodlights shining brightly here at the Meadow here, making it look quite a nice ground here at this in the lights. And it's Sunday with the throw, comes off the head of Wells in towards Togwell. Togwell's header flicked on, trying to find Fraser, one back by Watkins in towards Louis, and then Togwell wins the ball, finds Watkins with a little touch ball in here towards Williams. Williams under pressure, trying to chip it in towards Flood. The ball just bounces around, and Al-Drubi actually comes at the feet of his own player Dylan to grab the ball as Flood was trying to get there. But it's Al-Drubi in the Chesham goal who makes the save and has the ball in his hands. Then looks long down the field. It's going to go towards Inns. Inns with the good defensive header. Comes out here towards Fraser. Fraser heads it on, only as far as Watkins. Watkins tries to find Dylan. Fraser will get there first for Slough, but again, only as far as Watkins has time to turn. Under pressure from Brad Watkins. Ball played forwards. Inns with the header away for Slough, and it's out for a throw to Chesham United here. Halfway inside the Slough half, and again it will be Dylan to take the throw. Watkins comes for it. Takes a heavy touch and manages to play off Togwell for another throw, same position, and Dylan will take this throw again for Chesham United. Finds Watkins back towards Dylan. Dylan under pressure from two Slough players, and Slough win it back here with Togwell. Togwell then under pressure, just gets a barge off the ball here, and the referee has played it on. Al-Drubi with the touch, he's played it in towards Locke. Locke with the clearance. Dunn tries to get there first for Slough. Ball just bouncing around. Dunn does get there, trying to release Wells. Wells loses out to Sunday, and now it's a chance for Swales to get Chesham on the attack. Straight into Simon Dunn. He's having a good game here for the Rebels, is Simon Dunn. He's closed that ball down. The referee looking to try and bring that free kick back for Slough, but he let the advantage go, and unfortunately Slough couldn't make the most of it. It's a throw here for Chesham United, 10 yards inside the Slough half. Sunday gets it, takes it in towards Watkins. Here's the ball with Ravi Shamsi, trying to get a bit of touch to try and shoot. Plays the ball here towards Watkins. Watkins going to try and cut inside. Gets a chance and he hits it straight at Jack Turner. He'll be disappointed with that. Good positioning by the Slough goalie, but it's straight down his throat, and that's a standard save that Jack Turner's made today. All the shots have been straight at him this afternoon, and he puts a long ball down the field, trying to find Flood. Headed away though by Locke. Comes out here towards Dunn. He does well to win the header. In towards Flood. Finds Manny Williams. Williams looks up and plays it here to the right back. Smart trying to come down the field. Chips the ball into the box. Or it comes off the shin of Locke and is out for a throw to Slough right by the away dugout here. And it looks like you might see a substitution for the Rebels. I can see the sub board flashing around. Might even be a double substitution for the Rebels here. As Smart takes the throw down the field, clearance by Murphy, only as far as Togwell. Togwell stretches to keep the ball in, then crosses first time. Trying to find, it's a heavy touch. And I can't see because someone just stood in the way. Lovely, thank you. But I think it hits Flood and went into Aldrubi. Aldrubi just hits the ball straight out here towards Dylan. Dylan controls it just on this edge side, just inside his own half. Chips the ball forwards, looking for the run of Oren Swales. Swales does well to keep hold of the ball. Keeps it in on this near hand side. He's got no one in the box though to aim at. Tries to do it all himself, and Smart will try and see the ball out. Smart under pressure though from Swales, and Smart hits it straight at him. Swales wins the ball back here for Chesham. Finds Watkins on the edge of the box, under pressure from Manny Williams. Williams pressurising him, but Watkins turns out of trouble. Still has the ball, gets a cross in. Finds Jefferson Louis. Louis holds the ball up. Played it in here, looking for Green. Nisbet comes in. That's a good challenge by Nisbet on Green, but Green's gone down, and the Chesham fans don't like that challenge. Green's rolling around on the ground injured, and Nisbet I think just come in to explain to the referee that he won the ball, is in his opinion. Green finally getting some treatment here, so we'll wait to see what the referee does with a card here for Mark Nisbet. And Nisbet definitely going into the book, I would guess. As we just wait for the referee to decide whether it's a yellow or a red. And still hasn't decided, just having a little chat there. Williams just comes across for Slough just to see. And we're still waiting for the referee just to see. As Green still gets some treatment here, we'll just wait to see the colour of the card. I think it's a yellow for Mark Nisbet. I don't know why he's taking so long to show it. If you're going to show it, just show the card. Get on with it. I don't know what the referee's doing here, but he's taken an absolute age to show this yellow card to Mark Nisbet. We're trying to see if we can... what have we just done there? Let's see if we can find the latest scores for... He still hasn't shown the card to me. Green is up on his feet, just. Then goes back down. And it is just a yellow card for Mark Nisbet. That's his fourth booking of the season for Nisbet, the Slough Town captain. So it's Nisbet who gets a yellow card. It's a bit dark here at the moment. 18 minutes, so 63 for Nisbet's yellow card there. It's come a little bit dark here. There's no light behind us, so can't really see the stopwatch here, but we'll try and give you some quick updates here of some of the scores in the Southern Premier League for you. Well, Green still hasn't come off the pitch. He's trying to hobble off. It's Royston are 2-0 up at Bishop Stortford. Dorchester are now 2-0 up against... Green can stay on the pitch, obviously, because he's because Nisbet got booked. He can stay on the pitch. He doesn't have to come off. And it's a free kick. And it's going to be Dylan, I think, that will take this. Still 0-0 here at the Meadow, with about 19 minutes gone of the second half. And it looks like Dylan will take this free kick for Chesham United. And he goes for goal. It's a good shot, and Turner washes it all the way. And it's an easy save at the second attempt there for Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And it's long ball forward here by Turner. Comes towards Fraser. Fraser finds Nathan Smart. Smart with the ball downfield, looking for Williams. Williams trying to get a touch. Murphy gets a foot there for Chesham, only as far as Alan Inns. Inns with the ball forward finds Flood. Flood releases Watkins on his right hand side. Crosses first time. It's too heavy for Williams in the middle. And then it's on the far hand side to Shamsey, who can bring the ball forwards for Chesham United. Cuts inside, has the ball still just inside the half, plays it in here towards Swales. Swales' little back heel flick, but it goes straight out of play. And you can see the first substitution of the game here for the Rebels. Coming off is number 10, Chris Flood. And coming on, also coming off is Sean Fraser. So it's a double substitution for Slough. So it's Flood and Fraser off. Coming on, Nathan Webb. And making his Slough Town debut is Ben Harris. So it's Chris Flood off and Sean Fraser off. Coming on for the Rebels on 66 minutes is Nathan Webb and Ben Harris. So those are your double substitutions for Slough this afternoon. Ben signed from Ascot United, but previously played 2 years in the top level in New Zealand. He's a local lad born in Slough. Throw from Slough, flicked on by Watkins. Gets a second chance to flick the ball on. First touch here towards Harris. Finds Williams. Williams here towards Nathan Webb. Webb shoots! Oh, it's just wide of the goal. And Nathan Webb, who hadn't scored for so long, got that fluky goal against Farnborough on Saturday. Looking for another one here today. It's just wide of the goal. But his first touch is an effort on goal. Just wide. And it still remains 0-0 here. And it's going to be Aldruby with this goal kick for Chesham. Up towards Louis, but it's over the head of everyone. Goes straight out of play for a throw to Slough. 15 yards inside the Slough half. It'll be Nathan Smart to take this throw for Slough. And Smart trying to get some distance on this throw. Looking for Watkins. And came off a play. The ball's been hooked down. I don't think the ball actually came on play, so I think Slough are going to get a second chance to take this throw from that position. Nathan Smart again with the throw, looking for Watkins. We get into the ball by Dylan, flicked on by Watkins, but Nisbet's there first for Slough. Ball comes through here towards Harris. Harris jumps up and wins the header. Ball comes out and it's fallen here towards Bevan. Bevan flicking into the path of Shamsey. Shamsey for Chesham United, plays the ball, looking for the run of Swales over the top. Nisbet chases it down and has to clear the ball out, and it's out for a throw to Chesham United around about 20 yards away from the Slough goal on the far hand side. And it will be taken quickly by Shamsey back here towards Sunday. Sunday 10 yards inside half, just being forced backwards. Chips the ball forwards, looking for Jefferson Louis. Louis and Inns challenging. The ball comes here, it's broken through to Swales, and Swales finds the ball out here towards Dylan. Dylan has a chance to look up and cross into the box. It's too much on it, and Shamsey will try and keep the ball in on the far hand side, but it hits him and goes out of play for a goal kick to Slough. So we've now over halfway past this second half. Still 0-0 here between Chesham and Slough. Slough having a good couple of chances. They've had the better chances in the second half, but a good shot by Watkins, easily saved by Turner in the Slough goal. But it's just lacked a little bit of goalmouth action here in this local derby. As Turner's long ball comes off the foot of Williams. Williams tries to win it back. It's found Murphy for Chesham. Plays the ball across here towards Sunday. Under pressure from Dunn. Plays it in towards Shamsey. Shamsey does well to keep the ball, but one back here by George Wells. And challenged by Sunday. Just gets caught to Sunday from Wells' challenge. And Slough put the ball forward, and Wells has immediately apologised. It was just a clash there as totally innocuous challenge, and it was just as they both went for the ball, Sunday just got there first and got a crunch, and he gets some treatment here from the physio. And she's ran all the way across the pitch, and he goes, "I'm all right," and then she says, "Oh, you better go down, because you've got to come off anyway, so you might as well just wait a second." And so still got a fair bit of time here to see if one of these two sides can score a goal and influence the game here, as Sundar just still on the pitch getting some treatment. And I think you might actually see, for the first time in a long time, a competitive drop ball action here in a football match. And normally the referee gets one side to kick the ball back. And the Slough fans singing, "You don't know what you're doing" to the referee, but you've got not much got choice at the moment. Sunder's still on the pitch here. He's just come off the pitch to get some treatment now. And no, you don't see a competitive ball because Slough have kindly kicked the ball back towards Aldrubi in the Chesham goal. And the game will restart, both sides back to full 11 against 11 as Aldrubi just smashes this ball down the field, looking for Swales, headed away well by Nisbet, finds Williams holding the ball up, then plays it here towards Nathan Smart 10 yards inside his own half, chipping the ball forwards, comes off the head of Dillon, and Watkins couldn't get to it, but Webb tries to get there. It's one back here by Watkins, finds Bevan under pressure from Simon Dunn, goes back towards his goalkeeper Aldrubi. Dunn chases it down, Aldrubi makes a mistake, slips, open goal for Brad Watkins against his own side. Oh, he's not played it in, and then it's come out here towards Simon Dunn, back in towards Watkins, ex-Chesham United player, had the chance there to look up, plays the ball in here, dinks it in towards Dunn. Dunn gets there first before the goalkeeper, bouncing around inside the box. It's hooked clear in the end by Chesham United and comes here towards Swales. Swales under pressure, tries to play the ball forward, in to win it back here for Slough. Just gets barged off the ball and wins a free kick for a foul by Jefferson Louis. And Louis stands in front of the ball to stop Slough taking a free kick there, and another mistake by the Chesham goalkeeper. Slough still couldn't capitalise on it, and Brad Watkins against his old team just didn't look up to try and chip the goalkeeper, and it's a free kick for Slough, 15 yards inside the half. Togwell to take this for the Rebels. Inns and Nisbet have gone forward. Smart makes a little run down the side just to pull a couple of players out of position. Togwell with the ball into the box, bounces around on the edge, comes out here towards Simon Dunn, being forced wide by Watkins. Still the two number 8s battling for the ball. It comes off Watkins last. It's a throw to Slough on the far hand side. They've left Nisbet and Inns forward. Quick throw here taken towards Wells. The ball just bobbles as he tries to cross it. Gets a second chance to cross it. Crosses it with a lot of pace, but this time Aldrubi spots it and pulls it out of the night sky here, or evening sky I should say, as it's still early evening here. We're getting slightly darker, and Aldrubi still has the ball and then takes a long kick down the field, again looking for Jefferson Louis. Underneath it for Slough is Togwell, and he in turn finds Williams. Williams holds the ball up well, just evades a challenge. Nutmegs Danny Green, but a mistake by Togwell means the ball runs to Jefferson Louis, but Togwell comes back and makes up for that mistake and plays it back here towards Jack Turner in the Slough goal, and Turner plays the ball forwards, looking for Harris. Harris beaten to the ball, but the ball comes out here towards Nathan Webb. Takes a bit of a horrible bounce, but finds the other Nathan in Smart. Here towards Togwell. Togwell's ball first down, headed away though by Jai Dillon. Hooked clear by Murphy. Looking for Swales. Oh, and a mistake by Slough. It's going to come. Oh, it almost ran through. It would have run through for Louis. He was offside anyway, but I think Turner maybe would have just got there first for Slough, and it's a free kick to Slough. They're going to let Togwell take it quickly. He's giving the ball away to Jai Dillon. Dillon running with the ball. Still running here at the ball. Tries to go through everyone. It's a good challenge by Nisbet in the end to stop the ball. Here with Nathan Webb in towards Togwell. Togwell just plays the ball forward. It's got all the way through to Aldrubi in the Chesham goal. And he has Ben Harris standing in front of him. And then Aldrubi. Oh, a poor kick again by Aldrubi. Comes through to Bevan, who flicks the ball on, finds Swales. Swales tries to cut inside. Togwell wins ahead of Slough into the path of Nathan Smart. Smart under pressure from two players, holds the ball up well, but Swales wins it back for Chesham United. Ball's here with Bevan. Bevan trying to attack the Slough goal. Bevan still running, finds Watkins. Watkins trying to chip the ball out, and there's an offside against Jai Dillon, and it's a free kick to Slough, and it's just getting a bit fresher here at the Meadow. It's still 0-0 at the moment, and I can't actually see what the time is on the thing. 29 minutes has gone here at the Meadow. Still 0-0. And Turner with this long kick down the field, catches in the wind a little bit, and Harris tries to win it for Slough. Flicks it on at the second attempt to find Watkins. Watkins into Nathan Webb. Nathan Webb's pass isn't the greatest. It comes out off Watkins, and it's a throw to the Rebels here. 15 yards inside the Chesham half. Quick throw by Smart in towards Harris. Harris got bundled over there by Watkins, and it's a free kick. Watkins not happy with it, but Watkins just got to get a yellow card for persistent fouling here, surely. It's and it is Watkins who gets a yellow card for persistent fouling from the referee here. And on 75 minutes, around about 15 minutes left of this game to go, Slough have a free kick here. Dunn to take this free kick. Halfway inside the Chesham United half, close to the left-hand side here. As Dunn, that's the player that's going to take this free kick for Slough. Can Slough get a touch on it? Just a one-man wall here for Chesham United. Simon Dunn with this free kick. Just waiting for the referee to signal. Dunn takes it in to the box. It's bouncing around. The goalkeeper and Slough scores! And I think it's a goalkeeper. It's a substitute, Ben Harris. Slough have got a goal. Ball whipped in by Simon Dunn. And we're just trying to see if it is Ben Harris. It's very difficult because they've all run into the corner and our view is skewed here. But just thinking, is it Ben Harris that they're congratulating? I think it is. Ben Harris is the player who scores the goal. I'm just double checking. Is it Brad Harris or Watkins? I can't really see who it is that's got the goal. I don't know. Not sure. We're not sure. And I'm not sure whether it was Brad Watkins or Ben Harris that have scored, but Slough have the lead here. And now the Slough fans have got the bit between their teeth. It's Chesham United with the kick-off here. Ball played out here, looking for Sunder. Just overruns the ball. Slough will try and win it back here through Harris. Comes off Harris last. It's a throw to Chesham United. It is Ben Harris that's been credited with the goal for Slough on his debut. But it's a throw to Chesham United on the far hand side. Sunday with it. Long throw in. It's going to come through to Wells, who plays the ball forward. Watkins takes it down on his chest, then flicks the ball well, trying to find Williams, but it's won back here by Bevan into the path of Watkins. Watkins just inside the Slough half, plays it out here towards Jai Dillon. Down the line, gets the ball back here from Swales. Dillon breaks into the edge of the box. Inns comes across for Slough to win it and finds Nathan Webb. Webb with the ball forward, trying to find Ben Harris. Ben Harris now takes a touch, trying to go past. It's a slip liner. That is never a foul. And the linesman said that Ben Harris chipped it past Darren Locke and then pulled him down. It was a slip. It was a slip by both players. It wasn't a foul. And Ben Harris just explaining that to the referee. There's an injury here to Sundo, who just got caught. And the referee still hasn't spotted it. Good afternoon, Kieran. Happy New Year. And it's a free kick here to Chesham United. Al Druby will be the player that comes across to take it. It's about 15 yards inside their own half. He's going to try and get some distance on this free kick. Plays it into the centre. It's headed away well by Togwell. Comes out here though towards Green. Green takes a touch. Plays it in. It will come here towards Nathan Smart. Smart under pressure loses the ball. Played over the top here. And Turner will get there first for the Rebels. And gets there just before Swales and holds on to the ball. Just on the edge of his box. And there's an injury to Sunday, who's injured and now play the ball out of play. It hasn't actually gone out of play, but it's Sunday who's getting some treatment here, the right back for Chesham United. So while he's getting some treatment, let's see if we can find you some latest scores for you in the Southern Premier League while he gets some treatment here as we're it's so dark I honestly can't actually see what the time is on this stopwatch. I think we've got 34 minutes of the second half to go, so we've got about 11 minutes plus whatever the referee adds on here to go, but Sunday getting some treatment, so there will be a little bit of stoppage time at the end of this half. Let's see if we can find you some scores for you. Let's see what we can find. As Sunday still getting some treatment here on the pitch, so a little bit of a stoppage here in the game, taking a little bit of sting out of the game. Right, so the latest scores are Bishop Stortford 0, Royston 3, Chesham United 0, Slough Town 1, Dorchester 3, Tiverton 0, Dunstable 0, Biggleswade 1. I don't know if this one's correct because it's been wrong all day, but it says Farnborough 2, Basingstoke 3. It's Froome 1, Merthyr 1, Gosport 0, Weymouth 3, Hereford 4, Redditch 2, Kettering 1, Kings Lynn 0, Stratford 2, Banbury 2. And coming off is Monash Sundial, and coming on is Shane Bush, and that's with 10 minutes of the game left to go. So Bush comes on 80 minutes for Sundial, and you'll see a reshuffle in the Chesham United side. I don't think Bush is a right back. He does in fact go further forwards. They're just having a little chat, our Chesham United, just to see what they should do going forwards with formation. And it looks as though Bevan is the player that's going to go and play right back for Chesham United. So the ball's here, at the feet of Jack Turner. And Turner plays a long ball down, looking for Harris. Oh, good little flick on here, and finds Watkins. Watkins just being forced wide, but holds the ball up inside towards Nathan Webb. Webb still has the ball, chips it into the box. Oh, it's gone past Simon Dunn, and then in the end it's Bevan who can clear, and he finds Swales. Bush has gone forwards to play in up front with Jefferson Lew. Oh, and Swales just runs straight into George Wells. Ball played in, headed in by Watkins to Harris. Back out here towards Watkins. Watkins just has to stretch for it, and Dylan can take it off his foot. Dylan plays the ball forward. Oh, but it's well spotted by Nathan Smart. His touch isn't the best, but he managed to keep the ball. I said keep it in, but he hasn't. I spoke too soon. He just spun that ball out of play, and it's a throw to Chesham United. Quickly taken by Dylan in towards Watkins. Watkins trying to spread the ball on the far hand side. Finds it into Bevan. Bevan can bring the ball forward, coming 10 yards into the half, and then we've got an injury to the referee. So the referee has stopped the game. He's got a touch of cramp as the referee, and someone's going to treat the referee. But this is a tactic here by Chesham United. Have they nobbled the referee? Slough 10 minutes away from their first win here since 1994, the first ever win against Chesham since the year 2000, and the referee has gone down injured. I think he's just got a toe injury at the moment, and he looks like he's going to be okay to continue. He looks like he is. The Slough physio Alex has just treated him, and it's his magic spray has worked. And I'm not sure what how the referee's going to continue the start of the game, because the ball was flying around, and we don't know what he's going to do. I don't think he knows what he's going to do. As long as he continues the game at the moment and it stays like this. Slough kindly given the ball back here towards Chesham, and it rolls through to Aldruby in the Chesham United goal. Chesham 0, Slough Town 1. Debutant Ben Harris with the goal. And it's going to be Aldruby comes to the edge of his box to clear. Not the best of clearances. Comes straight up Williams. Williams takes it on his chest. But Dylan's there first for Chesham United. Plays it in here towards Murphy. Murphy goes back towards Aldruby under pressure. Gets a good clearance on it this time. Looking for Jefferson Lew, but it's got too much on it. And Turner will keep it in just via the byline inside his goal. He'll wait for Bush to come along and chase it before he picks the ball up here. And we'll have a little bit of time added on for those injuries. I can't see what it says. 39 minutes on mine, so you must have got about 3 minutes added on to that. Long kick here by Turner, looking for Watkins. Watkins flicks the ball on. Harris tries to get there first. Ball bouncing round, and Bevan heads it back towards the Chesham United goalkeeper inside. There's a full moon out here tonight in Chesham, and it's Aldruby with this kick down the field, looking for Bush. Comes off the head of Nisbet, goes towards the Slough goal. Inns flicks the header on, and for some reason Jack Turner's gone out and playing right back. What's he doing over there? Oh, Turner gets the touch to clear it, but he's going to rush into his goal. It's a throw here for Chesham United. Oh, and Nathan Webb's in there first for Slough. Great play by Webb. Finds the ball up here towards Harris. Harris will just control the ball and play it off a Chesham United player. And Turner deciding he's not had a lot to do the second half. He's going to play left back, but then goes back into his goal. And some good play there by Nathan Webb. Just as Slough were under a little bit of attack. It's a throw to Slough. 10 yards inside their own half. George Wells will be the player that goes across to take it. The referee seems to have recovered from the injury. Ball played in towards Harris. Harris takes it down well, stands on the ball. Lovely little trick play. Played out here, quick time towards Manny Williams, who looks like he's playing a more deeper role. Ball back out on the far hand side towards Simon Dunn, who's had a good game for the Rebels this afternoon. Here towards Wells. Wells with the ball forwards towards Harris. In towards Dunn. Back in towards Harris. Gets to the edge of the box. Still breaks into the box. Still no one touching him. Goes to play it into the centre. Drewby stays with his feet. Ball bouncing around. It's hooked clear in the end by Bevan. Comes back out here towards Wells. Wells with a good first touch. Takes it inside. Still running with the ball. Keeps going with it. Just being forced to the edge of the box. Shits it hard, and it's a corner to the Rebels here. And it comes off Bevan for a corner. Slough on the front foot here with this one goal in. The Slough fans getting behind their team here. It's bitterly cold here at Chesham United. But are we on the verge of something that Slough haven't done for ages? Maybe John Underwood should spend all his time in Australia and just coach from there, because Slough on a good run here at the moment. It's a corner for the Rebels. Simon Dunn to take this corner. Out swinging corner. Ball played into the box. Headed over the top by Locke. It will be another corner for Chesham United. Ball's actually gone out of play and out of the ground, and you'll have to wait for another ball to come in, so Slough will be happy about that. Ball comes to the far hand side. In gently jogs over, and Locke has to go and play the ball over for Simon Dunn to take another corner on the far hand side for Slough. Dunn to take this one. It's going to be another out-swinging corner for the Rebels. Dunn just taking his time, waiting for a bit of movement from the Slough players inside the box. Plays it into the box. Headed goal was again. Drewby will come up, doesn't he? He's covered by Jefferson Louis. Comes out here towards Shamsey. Takes a touch. Tries to go past Togwell, but you need a lot more to do. Go past Togwell. And Togwell plays it off a Chesham United player. And it's gone out for a throw. And Togwell will just leave that throw for Nathan Webb, I think, to take Slough. Just deciding who's going to take it. Williams is going to be the player that comes across to take this throw for Slough. And I've run out of, I can't really see how many minutes are on. 42 minutes are on my stopwatch, so there's about 3 minutes plus whatever the referee adds on here as Manny Williams tries to take this throw for Slough in towards Harris, and Manny Williams just stops, and it's a throw now towards Chesham United, taken quickly by Dillon, trying to find Watkins trying to play the ball out here towards Bevan now playing right back for Chesham United, coming across up against Simon Dunn, still running with the ball, plays it inside, and Wells will win it back here though for Slough. Wells just goes past a couple of players, still running with the ball, then just loses out, and then Slough try and win it back here. It's one here with Chesham United, but they've given the ball away here towards Nathan Webb. Webb with the ball over the top, looking for Harris. It's come off the head of Locke and out for a throw to Slough, 10 yards inside the Banbury half, and they will take their time with this throw. Chesham United have given the man of the match to their captain, Kieran Murphy. And the ball's on the far hand side with Harris here. Up against Murphy. Bevan, sorry it was. And Bevan's gone down saying he's injured, but the ball's gone out of play for a throw. Slough fans not happy with that one. And Bevan and Harris just... Ben Harris, remember that is the new player, not Warren Harris. So it's Ben Harris. His goal is what separates the two sides here at the moment. Throw here from... Chesham United, they've won a free kick for a foul by Simon Dunn on Shane Bush, and they're looking to take a free kick into the box. It's going to be taken by Matt Bevan, and just taking his time with this free kick. I think you're going to see another substitution, but the ball's been played into the box. Underneath it though is Alan Innes for Slough. Comes though headed goalwards. Wells heads it away for Slough. Roundabout still on the edge of the box. Watkins comes back for Slough. Ball still bouncing around. Innes with another good header. Comes out here towards Watkins. Watkins chips the ball in. Bouncing around towards Bush. Wins again, gets another foot there. And in the end, Wells hammers that ball clear. And there's a foot race for Harris, but the goalkeeper, Al Druby, will get there first. Isn't the best of clearances, but he's managed to play it down the field here towards Dillon, who's still up here for Sheffield United. Plays the ball in towards Shamsey. Shamsey just runs past a couple of players, but then Nathan Webb comes across for Slough, wins it back here for the Rebels, and just holds the ball up well. Just slows the play down and finds Ben Harris, scorer of the only goal of the game so far, in towards George Wells. Ball play forwards, looking for the run of Williams up against Darren Locke. Goes back towards his goalkeeper. Watkins chases the goalkeeper down, and Al Druby puts that one out for a throw to the Rebels. And the ball still bouncing around, and I think we've got 15 seconds left of normal time. Just waiting to see if there's an indication of how many added minutes are. 5 minutes! Who's just giving him 5 minutes? 5 minutes of added time here. And the ball's headed on by Slough. Goes through towards Murphy. Murphy towards Al Struby, who just managed to get the clearance. Finds Watkins. Watkins trying to bring the ball forwards here into the path of Stramsey, into Jefferson Louis. First time he's had the ball at his feet on the edge of the box. Got Dylan on the overlap if he needs him. Trying to get a shot in. It's blocked. It comes all the way across the goal, and Jack Turner shouts to George Wells to leave that ball, and Turner just gathers the ball as he waits for Shane Bush to come down and chase it down before gathering that ball. And it's Turner who has the ball inside his own penalty area, just waiting, coming across his penalty area, trying to play the ball forwards here. Long ball forwards by him. It's going to bounce in front of Bevan. Bevan with the header forwards towards Shamsey. Back here with Wells. Wells with a lovely ball down the field, looking for Ben Harris. Harris comes across for Slough to win the ball. Got Simon Dunn in front of him if he needs him. Ben Harris has the ball. Just slows it down. Has a little ball in here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn on the edge of the box. Finds Ben Harris. Harris just treads on the ball. Feigns it here towards Togwell. Togwell's got a man on if he needs him. Gets a shell. Shoots from distance. It's wide of the goal. But it's a shot on target for Slough, and we're into this added time here now. El Druby drops the ball quickly to try and play the ball down the field. This is a good kick by him. Underneath it, though, is Alan Innes. Good free header for him. Only finds Watkins, who just... Danny Green it was, who played the ball out here towards Bevan. Bevan just playing on the right back. Played it up here towards Swales. Swales back heel, but they go straight out of play for a throw to Slough. Slough will just take a little bit of time here with this throw. And it's so dark here, there's no lights behind where our commentary position. I can't actually read any names on the team sheet or see any times of the thing, so we'll just guess. I think there is going to be a third substitution for the Rebels here, deep in injury time. There's an injury to Brad Watkins at the moment, and Brad Watkins is going to be the player coming off, and then coming on for Slough will be Warren Harris. And so Brad Watkins is played the last few years here at Chesham United. He's injured at the moment, but we're going to have two Harrises back in the Slough side. Remember, Scott Harris was there before. Him and Warren Harris are brothers. As far as I know, Ben Harris isn't actually related to them. And Watkins still getting some treatment here down on the pitch here. So while we've got that treatment going on, let's see if there are any full-time scores coming through from the Southern Premier League, as Watkins is just being treated at the moment. Let's see what we've got. We've only got 85 minutes, so we've only got scores from the 85th minute, so we'll give you those in the Evostic Southern Premier League. And this injury has kind of just taken the bite out of the game here. Right, Bishop Stortford 0, Royston 3, Chesham 0, Slough 1, Dorchester 3, Tiverton 0, Dunstable 0, Biggleswade 2, Farnborough 3, Basingstoke 3, possibly, who knows. Frome 1, Merthyr 2, Gosport 0, Weymouth 4, Hereford 4, Redditch 2, Kettering 1, Kings Lynn 0, Stratford 2, Banbury 3. Those are your latest scores from the Southern Premier League as Brad Watkins exits the field here. And it's going to be replaced by Warren Harris. So Warren Harris coming on for Slough. And it'll be interesting to see how Slough line up. Watkins just getting a good round of applause, not just from the Slough fans here, but from the Chesham fans where he's played here. And Warren Harris joins the fray. God knows how many minutes of added time there are now for this afternoon. And it's going to restart here with a throw to Slough, which George Wells will take for the Rebels. Flicked on well by Ben Harris. I think Williams has gone forwards for Slough. Jefferson Louis with the header. Finds Adam Watkins. Watkins up against Nathan Webb. Oh, Webb does really well to just force him backwards. Webb still going at him. And Watkins has had to go back 10-15 yards. Watkins tries to turn. Plays the ball forwards to Jefferson Louis. Trying to chip the ball in here towards Shamsey. Goalkeeper comes out. It's across the goal. It's an equaliser for Chesham United. in added time, and Jack Turner has his head in his hands as he's come out to get the ball. And it's Shamsi who's chipped it over the advancing player. And it's Slough was so close to getting that win here today, but that late goal as means it's 1-1 here, and it's Ravi Shamsi who scored the goal. And Turner's just got to his feet now. He's made the wrong decision in coming out to block the ball there. He came out and it was dinked over him by Shamsi. It's back to 1-1. There's still going to be about 4 minutes of added time here to play. And Slough have thrown it away here. And it's 1-1 here. Jack Turner's got his head in his hands at the moment. He's got to get his head up and concentrate. Slough play the ball forward. Looking here for Warren Harris. Comes off the head of Shamsi, and it will be a throw to Slough. Slough still want to get this added goal. It's going to be Warren Harris that takes the throw in towards Ben Harris. Comes out for another throw to Slough. And Nathan Smart comes across to take this throw for Slough. He's just looking for a bit of movement. Goes down the field looking for Warren Harris. Up against Jai Dillon. Dillon sees it out for a goal kick. And it looks as though Chesham United quite happy with a draw here at the moment. It's Al-Drubi to take this kick for Chesham United. 1-1. That last gasp equaliser for Chesham. And it's Al-Drubi who takes this goal kick. Long down the field. Bush trying to get there first. Does a flick on well. Comes on, hooked clear though by Nathan Smart. Underneath it is Ben Harris. Flicks the ball on well. Williams playing up front. It's a foul by Williams on Murphy, and the ball's been hooked clear. And it'll come through here to Turner. Turner just kicks the ball loosely. And it's a free kick to Chesham United inside their own half. And it's looks like they're not happy. They're not interested in playing it quickly. And it's Bevan who's going to come across to take this free kick for Chesham United. And 10-15 yards inside his own half. Plays the ball deep into the Slough box. Headed away well by Inns. Ball will come out here towards Manny Williams. And that is the final whistle here at the Meadow here. It's finished. Chesham United 1, Slough Town 1. And that last minute goal by Ravi Shamsi has denied Slough another victory here, and their wait to wheat Chesham United goes on, and it's not come here today. They've had a good day here, they've had some good play, but it's been one of those little derbies where there has been a bit of lack of quality throughout the game, and it's finished Chesham United 1, Slough Town 1. Slough scoring through Ben Harris on his debut with a good header from a corner, but then the ball played forward. Shamsi got through on goal from a lovely chest down from Jefferson Louis. Jack Turner still in his goal mouth. He can't believe what's gone on. He's got his head in his hands, and Al-Drubi, the Chesham goalkeeper, just goes over to console him as well. And some of the Chesham players are just coming over, and Jack Turner gets to his feet, and it's finished here 1-1, and again that wait continues, and it's just the injured player Yachi Fano just walking past his injury. It's being helped up here with on crutches, but it's finished here 1-1 here at Chesham United, and still that hoodoo goes on. Slough still can't beat Chesham United in the league, and our next game here will be a home game against Hereford on the 6th of January. That is an all-ticket game, so please make sure that if you are not a season ticket holder, you have a ticket for that game. And until then, we wish you all the very best. Enjoy the rest of your day. I presume most people have to go to work again, and Slough disappointingly come off the pitch here, and it's finished here. At least the referee's okay, he's not collapsed again, but it's finished 1-1, and we'll try and give you the full-time scores from around the ground. And Stephen Roach said Jack has done so well for Slough, but he has indeed, and it's just one of those things, but he'll be back, he'll be fine. And Ben Harris just walking past here, just scoring on his debut. Manny Williams going off. And Slough. Just a little bit disappointed. Nathan Webb coming past as well, just collecting the ball. So it's finished here. It's 1-1 here today, and Slough still can't get that elusive point. I've lost the cursor to the screen. I can't find where the cursor's gone on the screen to turn anything off. There it is. I'm just going to see if we can find you the full-time scores from the Southern Premier League while you go off and enjoy the rest of your last day before you go back to work. Let's see what we can find for you. Full-time scores is 5 o'clock here at the moment, so we should have them all available. Let's see what we can find for you. Just that goal for Chesham was in the 93rd minute. They've actually put it 95th on the Chesham United website. It's finished Dorchester 3, Tiverton 0. Let's see what else we can find for you. It's still added time on at Kettering at Latimer Park. Merthyr have won 2-1 at Frome. The Slough fans just pass us here as they go back out, and there we go. We can't find the full-time scores here. Let's see if we can do that somewhere else, as we're trying to just wait for all the people to come through. And let's see, we've got I've got a table updated, but we haven't got the full-time scores. So what we'll do is we're going to leave it here because everyone else seems to be leaving apart from me. So thank you very much for listening. Thank you all for your comments. Enjoy the rest of your New Year's Day. Hasn't been the best for the Rebels here today as it's finished 1-1, but it's early days. It's a big game on Saturday where it's home to Hereford. We'll be live again as usual from 2:50. So until then, thank you all very much for listening and enjoy the rest of your day.